Oops. I want that.
So, let's, I'll get you all, let's have a little brief here. So, today has 2 objectives. You have a main objective and a secondary objective. Overall, you're going to basically follow this MSR, deploy on the northern side of the AO, and basically go from little facility to facility, blowing up these fuel drums. Now, there's 2 ways to do it. The first way is my intended way to have a little bit of fun. You have for your your demolishers, which are the guys with the big faces. I forget what alien species they are, but Dureki and Bloppy are them, for example. Soliston, that's it. If we could all come around by this Hesco here. You have throwable explosive bags. Now, they're short range, and they have 15-second fuses. So all you got to do is get ready to run, by the way, guys, because these do have a bit of a big effect. But you throw it and run like hell.
Shit. That's quite
so run a bit further back behind the Hesco, but you got a 15-second timer before it dets. Run down, go prone. The guy who's standing over there is probably going to get caught in the blast. Yeah, I said it can go through Hesco.
Oh, I didn't. I thought you said get behind Hesco.
But do note, there is a little bit of desync when that thing goes down. So, again, stuff that we're testing.
He took 1 entry to the arm.
Pogo's cheating.
So, okay, Hesco is OP. Excuse me, Pogo's OP, but we already knew that. So, you can either throw it. Also, in the AO, it is rumored that there is a cache of throwable C charges, which are a little more powerful than explosive bags. But they have the same 15-second timer. You're literally flowing like a big chunk of a charge. And those will be able to blow those up too. Or, in your vehicles, there are some deployable C charges that you can then set on a timer for like 30 seconds, 5 seconds, 15 minutes, whatever you want, and dead them that way. So there's about anywhere from 30 to 40 of those drums in the AO. Now, your secondary objective. First off, once you guys go in there, you're going to notice that there is a grid of Imperial turbo lasers. Now, normally those would shoot our vehicles as soon as we approached. However, we had a saboteur remotely shut them off by messing with their power grid. So their targeting is messed up right now. However, within the AO, there is a station where you can actually go up to terminals and splice into those turbo laser controls and possibly use them to target that Imperial Star Destroyer or other things in the AO. So it is up to you. Those things will probably take a little bit of time to interact with. I believe they're anywhere from 60 to 120 second interactions with the spacebar, excuse me, the enter key. So, you know, you've been warned. But if you can, splice those controls. Now, that's the secondary, guys. Primary is just blowing up those drums. Again, there's 30 to 40 of them in there. Reinserts, we're going to wait till we have like 3 or 4 people dead, and then we'll just take up another ITT. So you'll form a new little fire team. And, yeah, that should be it. So again, guys, make sure you're keeping track of anything that, you know, causes some desync for you or some framiness, because that'll then be given to me in the feedback channel on Discord, and I will see what we can do to fix it. Any questions for me?
ITT replacements. Are we going to get some, or once they're all gone, they're all gone?
If they're all gone, they're all gone. Worst comes to worst, I'll be honest with you guys, I don't really have anything in the AO that could kill them, but knowing you guys, you'll find a way. So,
Trigger on Anastasia.
yeah. They're my invincible elephants that you always manage to kill. We'll figure it out. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But anyway, I forgot about your index thing. After you blow up all those drums, just come back here and we can index. And again, for those of you that weren't here when I said it, I would say this mission file has a moderate to high chance to crash because it's brand new shit that we haven't touched in a while. So if it crashes, that's on me. But I thank you guys for helping me test this.
Should be fun anyway.
Medics, your packs are in the vehicle. I forgot about that. Again, I was changing medical and I accidentally deleted your packs because, well, you have blood bags now anyway, so.
Yep, and Vic inventory.
Yep.
Alright. Can we go ahead and load up?
Yep, you guys are clear to move out.
No one on Bravo's got the demo charges, did they?
Yeah, there's a few
We
more to
should
the southeast.
have someone in Bravo have demo charges.
So again, guys, if you want more stuff, you can take it from the other Vics and load it in your own. Otherwise, you'll have to rely on what's in the field and what you find.
Piling with Alpha,
Phew. Alright, so this is, I'm gonna call it a bastardized version of swap, because I have spliced so much stuff in here and done so much testing the past week to try to make this work. I decided to make this mod set because very soon we're gonna have a little bit of a mod set turf war between the opposition team and R&D teams. I'm not sure if you guys... I've already ranted about it a few times, but this is my attempt to kind of save a copy before it, you know, gets utterly messed up and, you know, a lot harder to get a version. That's a funny texture glitch. So, really simple op. It's, again, meant for testing, and we'll see how things go. And I got a lot of interesting features in this op that, at the time, back in September, when I originally made this mission file, I had a lot of cool things I wanted to make. So, they're going to be fighting stormtroopers in the form of desert stormtroopers. So, I've got a lot of fire teams in place. I wanted to do entire teams, which, by the way, the teams for these guys are a lot bigger. And then the actual squads are, like, massive. So, I've only got fire teams, though, because they're only about a squad and a half. So they're getting fired at by ATST over there. One of my civvies just decided to nope the fuck out. That's fine. Those are up there for various reasons. We'll see that later. So there's the deployment. Have that thing try to drive off. Now, these guys got to be careful on the hill. They can take 2 to 5 shots before going down themselves. So Cyber gets hit. Because, you know, it's really open up there. So yeah, this big turbo laser, you know, it's trying to get a shot off, but I have him disabled for now. So Cyber's being worked on, but he wakes up. They got to take some pretty critical damage to actually stay down, you know, those 5 hits.
Bravo, going to take the eastern side of this compound.
So I am now going to go into Stormtrooper Core Desert. I'm literally just using vanilla stuff, because again, purely for testing. But yeah, the audio of the guns is so low
the compound south of this position
that they don't even, you know, hear the shots. So Dereki's gotten into this ITT. He's getting shot at by ATST, though. We also have another ATST here, so they need to get their AT. Set these. Yeah, what's your name? Alright, Sparky, I'm gonna teleport you right behind where some of the action is, okay? Alright, there goes one ATST. Now seems shooting down here. Pogo's on this turret. Let's see. Angel Dust, he got hit. I think that was from a ricochet laser. Yeah, that ATST's firing over here. Not sure if Mali was hit there. But yeah, so Medic, they're working on Angel Dust now. Because I'm pretty sure he got hit square in the face with that ATST right there. So Pogo's trying to bring his turret up here, but that ATST needs to go down. So I don't think Corporal notices. I think he's the only AT. But that laser cannon, it's gonna take a while, but it will eventually destroy that vehicle. Now the question is Pogo gonna last that long? There's the second rocket. And there we go, there's the hit. So yeah, the squad is massive, so the teams are the normal squad size for all other mods, and the fire teams are, you know, just those 4-man teams. So far, so good. But you notice how all these other guys aren't even aggroed yet. So I'm going to start giving a little bit of aggro here. That first compound doesn't have any fuel drums themselves. And it looks like Iopus is down back here. We do have a stormtrooper back here, though, who might go prone and start shooting at Iopus, so he has to be careful. Looks like they were able to get Angel Dust up. Now you're hearing him fire at Iopus. Iopus not noticing. You got these guys up here. Shooting down here. I want to see if this battery starts firing. If not, I'll remote control and start firing a few rounds up. Yeah, so this thing is highly inaccurate.
Alpha, what's your condition?
It's the funniest thing. The spread of this. Oh my gosh, I actually hit Pogo with it.
Alpha, this is Bravo. We're going to push on the left-hand side, the ambulance side, down to the next compound.
That was pure luck with the spread, man. Oh, another one just went in that direction, too. So I'm not loading Arma Cache right now because I'm just, you know, giving it a full fair test. So, and then that's because I use Control Y to get in and out of Zeus instead of normal. So, I cannot believe I hit that turret. I forgot that that infantry battery is like really messed up.
Ready for orders.
I'm hoping no one saw that. Oop, a little bit of drag glitch there.
Understood.
Alpha, this is Bravo. We've got eyes on 1x ATST by those southwestern factories behind the second factory.
So yeah, that one's alerted, probably because shots came their way. That's good. But yeah, we got some drums over here.
On the way. On the way.
I did have a second test mission as well, but I'm not gonna run it today. We'll just wait for another op. So this guy is trying to line up a shot on that ATST. Missile almost drops. Gets the hit. Few shots go out in retaliation, but Hardcore able to get it. I think he's the only AT guy. No, Kana Keynes also has AT. Okay, good. So I know Dr. Boom jumped in,
6.
but I think he's having some load issues, so we'll see how things go. Prince Aka. Aka? Is it Aka? Thank you so much for lurking and the sub, my man. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a little kick out of this mission. Aka, alright. Good. I'm getting slowly better with my English, you know, slowly but surely. These guys looking around this turbo laser. Just to make sure it's clear. I do believe I have some... Yep, I got their missile. Yeah, so one of the really funny things about this mod set is the fire and forget rockets are the guided, and the guided rockets are the fire and forget. They're mislabeled. So, again, there's so many weird little things with this mod set that you have to, like, just know in order to be able to fix it. And then, yeah, there's no actual, like, damage textures here. So usually I use smoke to, show that they're blown up. But sometimes, you know, they do have a damage texture, but doesn't always show for them.
Alpha, this is Bravo. We're going to continue advancing to the southeastern side towards the compound with those IO tanks.
Oh, no, Iopus died.
What's your current position? We don't want to overextend.
Iopus!
People
Oh!
don't know how to bandage, apparently. They think they have to be the medic in order to bandage others.
Heck.
I just died because people literally sat over me and asked for the medic.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. I don't know, it was a single stormtrooper that got around and then he went prone, crawled under a wall and then started shooting at you. But yeah, there's like 3 guys around you right now, so that's kind of weird.
Yeah, like, red team just walked past me and then didn't notice.
Yeah. But how's everything going so far stability-wise, like, other than the little frame spikes?
Frame hitches are the only issue, but
yeah.
Other than that, it's fine.
Cool.
Just everyone's like, ooh, look, shiny, go shoot the shiny, and everyone clustered in the southwest corner of the compound.
Yeah.
So
I forgot to mention this too, but I think they'll figure it out. The quote-unquote, so the rockets are labeled fire and forget, but they're actually guided. Because the ones labeled guided are the fire and forgets. So yeah, like I've been saying, a lot of little things in this mod set that, you know, not the mod set, just the mod itself that, you know, you gotta know in order to...
Jesus Christ, is Karen still down?
He is, yeah. I haven't heard on the squad net for them to call for the other medic yet, so...
They're moving on to Objective 2 now, despite having people down in Objective 1 and no squad leader. Amazing.
Yeah. I don't know. I also think, you know, we had a massive influx of new people, so now, you know, skill has kind of diluted a bit, so it's gonna, you know, take a bit of training to get it up to where we normally have it.
Yeah, but at the same time,
The burgers
it's like,
yesterday were great.
You find someone down, you just start bandaging them. You don't have to be the medic. You just do it. I don't get why people aren't doing it lately. It's been actually kind of scary.
Yeah. So one of them's picked Karn up and they're pulling him back.
This is Alex, Alpha 2.
Here, I'm just gonna TP you up there since they're moving AOs.
Yeah,
we just wanted to know what was going on. We were about to push to the southeast towards the next compound, but we heard some fuckery was going on with Alpha.
Advise, our squad leads stated for us to try to take Objective 2, which is to the west. Would you like to take that one instead of 4?
Sure.
Yeah, so I can see it. What's basically going on, to give you guys a better visual representation,
Alright.
is do you see how it's going between, like, you know, 30s, mid-30s, and then it'll jump down to 25. So those are little spikes you're seeing every few seconds. I'm pretty sure it's because of high poly assets like that Star Destroyer. But I'm going to have to find a list of assets to, you know, test that to make it work. Yeah, jetpacks work. They still work. The one of the little things I added from one of the R&D mods is actually a modified version of the jetpack that gives you a little interface, which, by the way, if you see me do that, we even got the funny one, too. To access it, you do Control-Y, but only if you have one of those certain jetpacks.
Hey, Bravo. There was the other ITT you can take to cut across.
They just ditched 2 people. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, I didn't realize you pushed up with 2.
Yeah, so dismounting right next to that guy. A few of them got hit and none went down because there were only single shots on some people. Now we have this guy firing at him. But yeah, here's some of the drums they have to demo, so I'm going to be curious to see if they secure the site or just start throwing the explosive bags.
This is Alpha.
Send it.
We're going to hold debt on any oil tankers until Objective 2 compound is taken. Advise same.
That sounds like a wise idea.
Alright.
So I might also start sending silly stuff at them. Let's do a full quote-unquote team, which is just a squad.
Bring up that second ITT on
Cyber getting very comfortable standing in the open like that. Something you normally don't want to do. This guy keyholing Derecki, he goes down. And Karn gets back up because Iopus finishes patching up. He probably needed another blood bag, and the guys that were around weren't medics. Fabit also down right here. These guys now trying to find angles where they can shoot each other. Now, they've cleared this area, so I'll go ahead and delete the dead bodies. I'm also going to delete that up wreck right there. And we got this 4-man team I sent a while ago. I'm actually going to have them go flank and come around where they dismounted. So this full squad also coming around. I am going to get this guy and grab his turret. And I'm going to adjust this E-web here. Hey, Nemesis, how you doing? Sorry, I will be reading chat a bit more. It's just I've been, you know, this is so exciting too, because, you know, I love Star Wars. I would say it's my 3rd favorite mod set right now. Behind, you know, 40K and Aftermath.
Alpha, your Fabit's down. I believe he's your team, one of your TLs. Stewie's working on it right now.
So I was trying to get the turret up, but my scope broke, because sometimes when you're remote control units, your scope breaks. That's fine. So you got these 3 guys pushing around. They just called Fabit being down. So I do have this ITT that they could steal.
Hello, Smile.
And Stewie's back there working on him, and it looks like Iopus is also patching people up back here. Alright, so let's see, what crazy little things do I have in Galactic Empire and Special Forces Descend?
Bravo's got ATT.
What's a pair of Nova Troopers gonna go?
It's unmanned, apparently. Would you advise capture?
Don't make it a priority, but do it if you can.
Yeah, so you're hearing that, that's an auto rifleman, I believe, with a DL. No, it's a T-21. That's a marksman rifle, my bad. Cyber's gotta be careful, he's up in the open getting flanked by 4 dudes. Stormtrooper accuracy will eventually hit him, because he is not a main character. Yep, there he goes.
Through a second tank that we've just managed to capture in the south of the compound.
They're capturing the saber tank. The issue is if they start, you know, going out in the open with it, I'm gonna use the AT-ATs to mess them up. Plus, I did have AT in that group that came up, but it looks like they did take it out right there. So I'm going to do this a little earlier than I normally would, but I'm going to pull out my AT, guys. I'm probably not going to use aircraft for this one, because we're trying to test, I've got a separate mission where we'll test a good amount of aircraft, but like I said, a lot of test missions are going to be done before this is given to, you know, all the mission developers in TSB. Yeah, so Sharpur, it's one of the older maps you can get in Cup, but it's ported over to, you know, give a nice, you know, various oil drums. I've done a few ops in the past where they were like, you know, good defense ops and stuff. And I have this Nova Trooper out here. Their armor can take a few more hits.
Alpha, this is Bravo. We're engaging contact southeast of the compound.
Copy that.
So I know how to use all these rocket launcher sites properly because they're all broken. So there's some in one of the R&D mods that fixes them with different stuff. But, you know, I'm just going to blind fire just to kind of force that tank to stay back. So Angel Dust, unfortunately crossing, getting quadruple tapped here. But he gets dropped by a friendly right there. That guy specifically, so he looks a little messed up. But let's see, Galactic Empire, I could probably send another, another 2 fire team. We'll do that.
Awaiting orders.
So again, really hammering down on that, AT capability.
Copy that. Roger.
They're popping the thermal jet. It's a little far. But yeah, Maul is also down. And both medics are now working on Angel, but they got 3 people down. I would consider that a mass cas with the amount of players that they have. So,
Report in. 9. Report in.
gotta be careful.
On the way. We'll go.
So I'm gonna have these guys go in if they're able to. Looks like they're medicing themselves. That's this is, by the way, with Ace itself. This isn't a swap Ace. This isn't a modified Ace. This is like actual, like the current version of Ace, which I was really surprised that we were able to make it work. But medics are in. Medics are being pressured right now by this one rifleman. So the Vic is now coming around. Probably will try to pull in front of him. But now the gunner of that Vic is getting pressured as well. Dreki coming behind.
Did nothing wrong.
Empire did nothing wrong, yeah, right? But now you hear them coming out and firing. So I'm gonna do what people yell at me for, but I'm gonna break these guys apart. And send them up, and I might also start sending a few Saber tank or 2 at them so their Saber tank can properly engage it. 4K Lamo, you have been around for a while though, man. Thanks so much for the 21-month resub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you're getting a kick out of this. So it looks like they blew up these 2. So there's like 36 different oil drums that they got to det, so I think it was just one explosive right there in between, blew up both of them. That's really nice to see. And I have this QRF coming. There was another explosive right there. Blew up that drum. I'm not hearing the explosive effect, which is interesting. But, again, part of the reason why we're doing all this cray-cray testing.
Standing by. Copy. On the way. We'll go.
So I'm trying to get these guys in the, you know, like a line formation. So they come down. So, you know, help test the security. Put a little pressure on them. Looks like Hatter, he's walked up to him and is bandaging him. The other guy, I think, got up. Mel. So that should be good. Or Mal, excuse me. Mel, I know, there's a M-E-L-L-E and an M-A-L-L-E. M-A-L-L-E is in the SOP. M-E-L-L-E is, pretty, he's an active guy on Twitter that I talk with a lot. But my brain just did a little double take to see if that was the same guy. But otherwise, these guys digging entrenchments. Let's see, if I were to go to Galactic Empire.
Ready.
This is Alpha Bravo. If you have nothing else to shoot at the Saber right now, I suggest you move it east to the exit.
And I'm going to move that Saber tank up. And get in her gun.
Move away from the oil drums.
Yep. We're gonna move the Saber back, although it's kind of useless, it's run out of ammo.
Then we can then move together with the fucking oil drums.
Yeah, that's why it's there.
The tank needs...
Ah, he got me. But I got him. We had a trade. So... That tank is still up, though, so I still have this mode. Ooh, and they blew me up.
stellar, so.
So, who did I hit right there? I hit Pogo, it looks like. And these guys are all hugging the wall right here around this little facility.
Bravo, move to the southeastern corner of the compound now.
And they still have some guys coming down. Looks like they grabbed the MG and backpacked it. Interesting choice. I hope he can, you know, fit all of his other gear in there, but they need to start, you know, putting demo on these 3 remaining drums and moving in, because I got, you know, the amount of stormtroopers I have in a Star Destroyer, it's, I've got a lot to throw at them, is what I'm trying to say. So a little bit of cook-off right there. I am going to get one of these guys in the Vic
Bravo,
here.
how many death blocks do you have?
5.
Try to have that guy fly away. Just for a little bit of ambience.
What, how much do you need?
I know they've got more explosives than that ITT. So Lambada Shuttle is taking off, trying to get out of this area. A little bit of nice ambience. Ha! Good luck. You need to lead that target a lot more.
Currently, there's a fast mover south of us.
I'm having it essentially just leave the AO. Those are just transports. I'm gonna delete a few guys in the buildings that are also behind him again. Oops. I don't know what made Pogo scream boobs in Euphoria, but I'd like to remind everyone that this is not the Warhammer 40k mod set.
FM, we should already be mostly here, all 1 or 2 stragglers.
Bravo, do you want to keep the saber or do you want to dead it?
Nah, it's not that much useless. Dead. Use to chain the 2 oil drawing tanks.
So I'm gonna get that thing up there because it's armed and that gun is actually pretty accurate. But I'm also doing my general, you know, slowly ramp up the difficulty.
Standing by. On the way.
So I go ahead and delete him. You have Iopus back. I think he's doing medical to Dureki. Looks like they abandoned that saber tank, finding some issues with it. I think it's because it's a swap saber tank to fix. There's some R&D ones that fix the issues with them. But that is okay. Now these guys are starting to come up to this wall. I'll be curious to see Karn going to play it a little risky and breach immediately. Someone throws a frag while he's climbing. That was very, very ballsy. Frag was a little far. Thermal detonator, excuse me. I'll get in character a little bit. Yeah, these are not the boobs you're looking for. Otherwise, they've taken the turret. Pogo's still down. Gonna need some more blood. Otherwise, they kill that stormtrooper as he was trying to bandage himself.
Alpha starts moving to into objective 3.
It's a little frame spiky right there, but that's okay. And I'm gonna get in this guy's driver's seat. This thing also has a really cool internal camera system right here. And I want to see if this gunner decides to start opening up. Ooh, there goes that. They did that while Dureki was still here. They blew up the vehicle in one of the drums. Alright. But now I'm going to get in the gunner's seat and just start shooting at him. Hey, Quelburn. Here, just to freak him out. So interestingly enough, actually I don't have any real good line of sight on some dudes. Wait, no, right there. Yeah, so this laser does have a pretty nasty AoE effect. Run! So another drum being brought down right there. Nice. Trying to see where the AT guy is going to pop up. I saw him a little to the left, but I'm going to check right now.
Bravo has eyes on enemy ITT to the south.
So I love how they're popping smokes right now to try to build out their retreat. That one guy's crippled, though. Ooh, there was a chest shot in there. That was another hit. Oh! He's just looking around like, what's going on? What am I getting shot at from? What's doing that? Look at all that smoke right there. I get to use that to advance as a group because I know they got the other ones. Or they could grab their own ITT. What was that? Oh, he dropped a rocket on himself. Oh, I hit him in the chest with that one. Oh, there we go.
This is Alpha. We are currently in
I'm cooking.
tactical retreat. Get back to the ITT you need and get the fuck back out of here.
All right, Quellbrain. Well, we've always got more ops to do. Always got more ops.
We dealt with the ITT.
So Pogo's down. He was the one looking around, I think. So I've been bullying him a little bit. Now they're shooting at the QRF coming in. Otherwise, for the most part, performance has been pretty good. They got these 3 drums right there. I don't think they ran up with any explosives, though. A quick raid of blowing up those drums and pulling back would have been a smart call. But I'm actually going to increase the guys I have here. I'm literally just gonna just put a bunch of nasty people in here. So some of them looting off of dead bodies. If pick Pogo up, they're in a different ITT. They got to make sure they keep track of their own ITT because they all look identical. But the oh wow, these guys crewmen actually survived. I'm gonna send them back to HQ. But you know, the other ITTs aren't gonna have all the supplies that their ITT has. What's for lunch? I don't know. It is little Liru's birthday today, though, so I will be making him a nice dinner. He's on my couch outside of this office space, so he just gave me a thumbs up. Little Liru, we sometimes see him for Warcraft 3 streams and Fridays, but he otherwise doesn't play Arma, so... What's a little Liru? My younger brother. You have Papa Liru, Mama Liru, Liru, and Little Liru. They go camping. Oh, okay, that was... He might have been out of the mic range, but he just said, when a Mama Liru and a Papa Liru love each other very much, and then he just looks me dead in the eye and says, they have sex. And yes, he is completely right. That is how people are born. No, I don't have a kid yet. I'm going to keep my kids out of this. Let's be honest. I need to keep my kids out of this. Daddy, what do you do for a living? I work in my underwear and a green robe, and we put things on goats and use them against military dudes. Yeah. That's gonna be really funny when they take me into what's it called? Where they have all the parents come in and they talk about their jobs. That's gonna be a very interesting fiasco. I'll just have Bloodwing do it because she has the action. She has the more adult job. Oh God, no! Out of context, that sounds even worse. I don't want to say actual job though, because any job you make money is an actual job by my definition. But at the same time, I dug myself into a little hole right there. But I'm gonna delete the stuff over here, especially the bodies.
This is Bravo. We're seeing enemy infantry to the little village to our west. Would you advise us clear it?
Awaiting orders. To the right.
Now I'm gonna get this to start coming from behind to indicate that ITTs are, you know, starting to bring QRF. This is an Imperial one, so I can just copy paste it back here.
You have no idea how much of a clusterfuck that is.
In terms of what?
Oh, just the communication is non-existent.
Oh God. Okay, I thought you meant like performance-wise. I'm like, oh shit, what do I need to fix? You know, but yeah, I can understand that. I was talking with Iopus because he died because he got shot once and nobody bandaged him. And if he got bandaged, he would have been stabilized and brought back up. But yeah, I assume it's messed up right now. But as I was telling Iopus, we had a lot of people come in the past month, and that's kind of diluted, you know, the skill level. So we got to work on bringing it back up.
On your mark,
they've been here a while.
Ah, that's even worse. Alright, well, once they pull back or we have more KIAs, I'll clear you guys to bring an ITT in. But I'm going to start making it a little harder, so... Imperial Guard HQ, yeah, let's send the 40k guys at them. Honestly, so how we have medical settings in TSB right now is, in all honesty, there shouldn't be any death. If people are communicating properly, like if there's death, that means there's like a squad wipe or something, because we have the
do a debrief in fucking side.
Huh?
I'm also suggesting you do a debrief inside because I need the map.
Okay, yeah, yep. We'll definitely do that then.
Negative, we're engaging contacts to the north.
But I would say TSB has one of the nicest medical settings in all of like every community right now. Because sure, you'll get shot and you'll get dropped, and you'll probably stay unconscious for a little bit. But if at least a blood bag is gotten to you, you'll be fine. I would say it's kind of comparable to the 506's medical settings, but like advanced medical, you know? But the bleed out, we don't have a 0.1 bleed out ratio, but it is pretty low. I think it's like 0.3 or 0.4. And that's kind of to stem the fact that if you get shot 5 times in the head, regardless of, you know, if you were at full HP, you're probably going to, you know, bleed out within a minute. And that's something that TSB wasn't really used to because we usually had a hard bleed out timer. Of a few minutes max, but yeah. So, you know, just making adjustments so the players can adjust accordingly. Now we're gonna start getting into squads. I'm gonna get into some evil vehicles here. Dureki doing his job, blowing up those 2 drums with 1 charge. He's got another one to send up. Nice to see. I know for a fact, don't do the flamethrower. It works, but it's very, very messy.
Ready. Target. Copy that. We'll go. To the right.
So now this thing kind of go around. I'm going to try to, you know, ramp up the difficulty, force some communication here. Something also interesting is we all have localized copies of swap for this. So normally when you localize copies and have them download from something that, you know, isn't Steam where it has its own, like, methods of verifying installations and stuff.
This is Alpha, how do you copy?
This is high, send traffic.
Do we know of any medical facilities with medical supplies the enemy has in this, in any of these compounds? Because we could use some medical.
Roger, they probably have some medical supplies at their main HQ where the turret controls are, but if you're running low, I'd recommend you either find your original vehicle you came in with, or drive one of those Vics you've stolen back up to our staging point, and then grab a Vic that has that supplies. Over. I don't think these guys notice there's an armed ITT right here. And it flipped itself. Whew. Not sure what Hatter's doing. Yeah, he forgot to reload. This might take a little load second here. That's funny. Yeah, the ITTs can sometimes flip themselves. There we go.
Bravo, second gate, or something heavy from the southwest.
So yeah, that's got plenty of blood in it. 21 bags of various sizes. That's only if they get to the HQ. Actually, is he set to defend only? Yeah, so he's running away, so I'll consider him routed.
So, we've got an APST southwest of us in the field.
So I think this thing will also only fire at vehicles because it's coded that way. Yeah, ITT is basically a space M113. They're pretty silly. There is some ricochet effects with some of the lasers.
Bravo, we are currently sending one of ours back to base to get medical supplies.
But yeah, I mean, they stole... if you look back in here...
In the south,
oh no, that might be their original, That I think is their original. Yeah, so they've been using a lot of the supplies in there. I take back what I said earlier. But yeah, I did say, you know, if they need more medical, they can go grab more medical. But now, you know, that Vic's getting shot at. Shame their AT guy died. So, ATST taken out. That's gonna make the people in here very angry.
Standing by. Understood.
And I'm gonna pretty much run a bunch of fire teams from there.
Standing by. On the way.
I'm gonna go back here, delete some more stuff. Well, yeah, so far stability-wise, I mean, granted, there's only... It's under 20 people right now. little mean with this thing. What the heck did they just throw at me? I think that's BCCK implode. That's something. Oh yeah, that that blew me up. Good choice right there. Very good choice. I'm gonna have these guys attack from the rear, and they're watching rear security because of that squad.
Earlier, is this one life?
No.
Okay, I'll just sit tight then.
Hey, Kane, if you're on net, you might want to turn around. There's 2 people that just died. Yeah, so still getting flanked on the side. I got these fire teams now running out and about. Yeah, I think they're going to get mounted up in that, and then it should be good to go. Any station on this net, this is high. Be advised, we believe that the Imperials are going to get their turbo laser batteries up in about 30 more minutes. I say again, you have 30 minutes to finish your objective and get out of there. Over. Yeah, so they're waiting on blood for a wreckage.
To the far southwest.
So I'm gonna go ahead get this other one loaded. I think my original concept idea was to have them steal the Lambada shuttles and fly away, but make it a little tougher. They have to leave with fix. Ooh, I think they tried to put AT on that one.
Taking off, currently leaving the color.
Oh yeah, it's an ITT, I told her.
But
Fall back a while ago. And there goes Direcky, because he was in cardiac arrest for too long. Ooh, they dropped that one. Probably just had a low blood pressure because they said they were out of medical for blood bags. Alright, so I gave him 30 minutes, so basically at 2 o'clock I'm turning the turrets back on.
We're pushing south currently. Once we are all the way south, we're going to start getting the fog drums and mount up and move to the next.
Yeah, we see passing by now. What the fuck the ITT so we can resupply medical.
It's currently coming up on site.
Alright.
Yeah, they're cast functional TIE fighters, in the form of TIE bombers and stuff. It's just, you know, they don't fly too well. What's the mod pack I'm using? It is, experimental one I have in TSB. It's not even official yet, so... It's probably going to be another, like, 3 weeks before it's official. Because there's a lot of testing I want to do with it.
Awaiting orders. Copy.
So again, just trying to attack from different angles, again, adding more and more infantry swarms for them to deal with. Because I want to see if I can eventually overpower them, because, you know, they've been fighting for a while, and there'd be more QRF being brought down. So I'm going to go ahead, go back here, delete some of the stuff. And by the way, I will be doing another op at 1:30 today, so in another hour. That's why I'm cutting this off in 30 minutes, because I'll need 30 minutes to test all that. So Direki went ahead, just grabbed a Vic and brought it up, okay. It's not what I told him to do, but whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna sneak another armed ITT over here.
Ready for orders. On the way. Understood.
Yeah, they're on the second story. They might have seen it, but I don't think anyone was. Up here, no, the concealment's too low in the way. So I'm going to try to put him in a stalemate right here.
Bro, the HTZ that's coming in currently has more fucking medical for you.
Wait, on the way. Roger.
Yeah.
Copy. Roger. Waiting. On the way. Welcome.
We've got enemies coming in from the west, bro.
You know, make them think about possibly re-attacking, because they've been in this front for way too long. Rebels normally want to get into more hit-and-run tactics. Instead, you hear Kane's blowing that Vic up.
Liru, I want my goat back.
Just a tip. Giggity. Sorry, that reminds me of an inappropriate joke. I've been working a lot. My head's still fried from like the 10 hours of class I had yesterday, so I apologize, but Aki Prince Akai, I'm gonna butcher that name for a bit. I'm sorry. Thanks for the $3. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you are getting a kick out of this. So yeah, we're gonna get them caught in a stalemate right here. But I'm not gonna let them brute force their way out of this. And if I really want to be evil, I can just have the AT-ATs start firing. Now I could also use proton mortars.
Bro, just said that the second all of these drums are dead, we're gonna launch up and move to the objective.
So,
that is a lot bigger of an effect than I remember. Oh yeah, they've got a few fun things in here.
Alpha clear, the demo's going now.
But yeah, it used to be a mortar effect, they replaced it with a 155. It's where there's a little desync spike there, but it looks like that was Just Mal finally losing connection, so the proton mortar.
Push as fast as possible to those turbulent controls after those that has gone off.
Yep. As I said, the second all of these organs are gone, we're gonna move. And please tell your people not to take blood. The blood is a value for the medics now.
Solid copy. Copy.
Crawl that round up even more.
Bravo, mount up.
There's 2 more aerodromes to go.
Everyone mount up.
I rarely use artillery, but when we have a thing like that, it's probably gonna cause Sparky and Jam to get KIA'd.
So that is 1 aerodrome left. You can leave a happy end.
It's right on top of them at this point, so I'm just GG, like.
Fucking move to the next objective.
Like, I literally, how many ranging shots was that?
Were you RCing anyone?
Nope.
Because I have to say, they were suppressing the shit out of me the entire fight.
Yep. So I got my guys now coming in.
It's fun as all hell, but I want to shoot back sometime.
Then pop smoke and flank.
This is King. I'm back at spawn. I got taken out and you guys ran off.
But yeah, doing stuff like that, that really tests the communication, because if no one's going to call that, you know, I've got something slowly trailing up on them, that might be what actually breaks them.
Solid copy. Understood. Okay.
Anyone read me on 50 apart from High Command?
I can get rid of that shuttle.
Anyone from out front in this net?
Yes.
Bravo's dealing with the masked guys. I've got an AT guy down and I'm medicals down.
Copy that, I'm coming back to 1 ATT.
They're down by the TT books.
So yeah, these guys have a lot. The QRF is now dealing with the guys that ran in here.
Awaiting orders. Copy.
Like I said, started easy, but definitely gonna throw more stuff in as the time starts progressing more and more, because, you know, I'm hearing from the reinserts, you know, people aren't communicating.
To the way. Roger. On the way. Will go. Understood.
These guys doing their best to try to defend. Looks like they grabbed Karn. And yeah, these guys doing their best to stay alive. Send these guys up to go QRF that position. So the spare explosives are back here. Oh, gets dropped by that guy. But yeah, no, there needs to be some sort of communication here for them to reconsolidate, because they're pretty messed up. Maybe even a pull-out order at this point. So Ali got hit in the foot right there. But I'm gonna have these guys also start committing the flanks.
This is Bravo squad lead and the only one left of my squad now. I'm back on what's going on.
We moved up to 8 because we couldn't possibly hold fucking where we were.
Yeah, it was that. So we take a fight from the north.
So these guys hopefully are going to go through that breach in the wall, because these guys died, so they're trying to find another position to breach. Have the AT-ATs here just chilling. But again, they only fire on vehicles. Alright, I guess I'll have to do it manually. Just walk them in. Just nerdborn on fan page Liru. I don't even want to know what that means. They should aggro on Ghetto right there. I'm just trying to, again, have QRF come up. And it looks like reinserts are coming in a vehicle. Still the turbo laser. The main base hasn't been attacked yet. So I'm going to pull another armed ITT here. Again, just keep ramping up difficulty. Give them a little bit of a lull right here to say the Imperial forces are regrouping. But for now, I'm going to just start putting some pretty nasty levels of pressure on them.
Solid copy. On the way.
Yeah, those guys didn't even bother firing. I don't know what was in their visor. Something had to have been in the waist, because they just were not doing anything. Let's give them a warm welcome, shall we? Any station on this net, this is high. We estimate you have probably 15 more minutes before those turbo lasers get back on. Get to it. Out. Yeah, so I'm having those guys move up to that position. But you know the Empire at War thing where the AT-ATs can quote-unquote deploy more stormtroopers? That's what I'm going for right here. You're starting to see some people disconnect because from what Pogo said earlier, just they're not communicating properly.
Ready for orders. Will go.
They've been doing the tactic of just throwing themselves against the wall until they overpower it, and now that we know we're later in the operation, I'm, trying to show that that's not going to work when I start utilizing more tactics. So this ITT has a little bit of overwatch on him. Excuse me, elevation would be the better term. It is overwatching their position and shooting at whatever moves. Yeah, I could be really mean and turn that ATST around, but I'm not gonna. But yeah, they're right next to, like, right under the Star Destroyer, so... Allie looks like he gets hit from just a suppression of the doorway. Hardcore being really ballsy right there. And still gets shot dead. Because of that ITT right there. So they blow up the ATST. I would have prioritized that ITT instead. I'm gonna give these guys a search command. They flank around and drop Cane of Canes. I have that ITT suppress in there. Here comes these guys breaching and clearing.
3, taking command.
I mean, they are at the last location. For the amount of damage they've done, they've blown everything up instead of that position. It's just, these guys, again, getting in the mindset of stay and fight, rather than what they could do is have one of their guys run back, pop explosives on those tubes, and then run like hell. Literally, a guy could grab this Vic, drive up to these, pop a charge, get in it, and then run like hell. But they're not thinking like rebels, you know? They're thinking like, you know, just go in and kill everything. That's not always gonna work. And now they're pinned down. I don't think anyone with AT's up. Hardcore is. But they need to now pop smoke in front of this building and try to displace. They could shoot out the windows and climb through them in the back, because they need to reposition. And even the ITT's driving off. It looks like it's... I'm not sure if it's trying to grab a new position or pull back. That is purely the AI. But yeah, I only have a few stormtroopers themselves around here. Now you're going to start seeing the KIAs mount. Because I think only 3 of them are up. No one's checking their 6 either. Yeah, exactly. That's a great way to put it. Syndicates. I hope I pronounced that right. They're acting as an occupying force rather than a fast attack force. Yeah, instead of guerrillas that are doing hit and run. And that is definitely the mistake. So that turret got made. It gets shot up. I think they were trying to set it up in the building. And you're just seeing more KIAs getting mounted. Any station on this net, this is high. 10 minutes before those turrets come back online.
Thanks for the time, and Big Daddy.
Yeah, so some of the blasters, they can penetrate some of the walls. That has also been a known issue. So you just have to stay low, pop smoke. Then again, we're looking right here, and this blaster is... I mean, it's only going through where the window is. So they might have just been getting flanked right there. Amazing. So that's to fix that. Let's see. Team.
Standing by. Roger. On the way.
And I'm going to try to rush those guys up to that fortified position.
Understood.
And then these guys get up to here.
Welcome. Copy that.
Because this is the important thing. But what they need to start considering is, you know, this is the last position where these drums are. They have to have PID'd on the map by now that these shaped objects are the drums themselves. So if I were in their shoes right now, I would just rush a guy with demo to blow up these sections and then immediately bugger off. Because they'd still have to look for those turbo laser controls. So it's not worth going into here and you know, trying to splice them. So I think that's exactly what this team's gonna do, but we can only hope. So one of them's firing back here. I think he's firing at this dead body, not realizing that he is KIA. And I think we're still hearing shots from this armed ITT. Yeah, she pulled back to grab some distance. And again, I don't think lasers are penetrating the walls. It's just, it might be just concussion effects through the walls. Might be the door, too. I know lasers can go through doors. So Dreki pulling in. And there goes the wave of reinserts. Yeah, hit and run is very hard to organize, I agree. And like what we already said with Pogo, communication is has been a very big issue in this op. For whatever reason. Angel just ran in with his Vic. And he's getting shot at now. I'd proton mortar them, but they're too close to some of these. So I think Dreki, he's doing the right thing here. I think he's planning charges on these. Let's see what he puts down. Yeah, he is putting down demo, trying to get as much as he can. He doesn't have a clacker, though. I told him they will have to use timers. There are throwable C charges in these crates, too. So right now, when they have this lull, they should be popping smoke, grabbing those C charges, and start going crazy on these drums, because they only have 7 minutes. And that smoke is to basically, you know, stop that thing from seeing them. So I think right now this thing is drawn aggro on the ITT right here. That ITT has actually taken a significant amount of damage. The lasers firing from that are really effective. And there goes one set. Dreki planning that next set of explosives here. Doing a really good job. But he's going to run in that crossfire of that ITT. The issue is, if Angel Dust is too close with that ITT to that building, he will cause it to go catastrophic. And now ITT's firing at the building, trying to get a shot off of Angel Dust's Vic. That's scary.
Alpha Bravo is going to blitz the future check take those fucking guns to our control and use them to hit the tanks, because this is a mission already.
Okay, go ahead.
What the hell are they charging into there for? What on earth? There it goes. Yep. I was waiting for that. All forces on this net. 5 minutes. I say again, you got 5 minutes before those turbo lasers turn on again. So this guy is going to rush back here. I don't know what these guys charged the airfield for. There's literally nothing here. go ahead and garrison these guys, but that's gonna basically cut off my ability to spawn in reinforcements for now. Stewie ran out of ammo! Oh, that was poorly timed, Stewie. He was the medic, too. But at 159, I will be turning those turbo laser towers to attack, and they do target infantry.
We're getting the last tanks, and then we're getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah, they're talking about the last tanks. Again, they could grab the siege charges in here. I'd love to see some siege charge use. They act a lot like, exactly like explosive bag, just have a slightly bigger explosive effect. Righto, Prince, thanks for dropping by. Yeah, I got this ITT Vic pulling out. These guys are gonna pretty much get boned. So at 57, I'm going to give them a 2-minute warning and tell them they need to be leaving. But let me see. I'm not sure if they planted any more here. They blew up the building with the siege charges, and okay, interesting choice. I guess, yeah, to deny enemy assets, it makes sense, but it's very risky. Alright, I'm going to be really mean with this real quick. I've got 60 seconds, 59, 58, 57, 56, 5, 4, 3. This thing fires every second, so it's also a really good thing to keep pace.
Bros, Alpha, we are exfilling at this moment.
Hover tank. Correct answer is 42. Yeah, right. There goes Angel. Vic pulled in right here. Any station on this net, this is high. Be advised, 2 minutes before those turbo laser towers come back online. If you are not leaving the AO, you should now, because otherwise you might get caught inside and still within their blast radius. Over.
Bravo, you heard it. We're near there.
Bravo. Alpha, be advised, Bravo is currently mass cast over at the, we're basically surrounded. We've got 2 guys down, medics up, and I'm up, and that's it.
What was your call to move there?
I gotta ask why they moved there, because that was...
They tried a Hail Mary, it wasn't successful, and just, that's the thing of it.
Do-do-do-do-do.
You will be remembered.
Yeah, so I got 2 different levels of blaster cannon here.
So we decided to just try and take out the fucking turrets.
Okay, let's doing his best, misses that shot though. Alright, let's go ahead. If they're not dead, they are now.
Well, no one fucking said anything, so I was just like with,
Pogo, did you walk in front of a moving
the
vehicle?
giant question mark at the airfield
There was nobody in it, it just kept moving.
I was in it.
That's fun. We got fucking nuked.
I mean, as far as testing goes, that went pretty well.
Yeah, for a test, guys, so what I'm going to do is after I index the server, we're going to do our debrief in the mission, so let me just move all the stuff that causes audio. Overall, anything that you have in terms of, you know, equipment concerns, blah, blah, blah. I know medical was a bit tough. I did say in the beginning, you know, just grab more from the other Vics, but I guess that wasn't heard or understood. So, yeah.
The 500s are basically putting blood back into people requires the 1000s, and 500s just take too long because
okay, well,
the same amount of time to transfuse 1000 as it does a 250.
All right. Well, I've been told by others to add those in, so I'm just trying to cater to everyone. So, like I said, there was
great if you're just a little bit away from being able on the pack threshold, but other than that, the thousands are really needed to get people up from.
Okay.
Lost a large amount.
All right.
Could you have it where medics carry 1,000 and people carry 500? So like medics can just use those little ones.
Yep. I'm writing that one down. That one sounds fair. Yep. Just if you need more supplies, you can grab it from the other Vex. But
there's plenty of bandages and morphine and epi. It's just the blood was just.
All right.
Yeah, we were empty.
So overall, in terms of the actual op itself, I think the main issue was you guys acted more as an occupier force rather than a rebel hit-and-run force. There were quite a few firefights where, especially in the second half when it got harder, because, you know, the longer you are there, the more people are going to come out of that Star Destroyer and stuff. You guys just kind of sat and hold, and it got to the point where I started testing the proton mortars out, and I dropped one far off, no one reacted, dropped another one slowly. I had like 6 of them down every like 15 seconds, and no one reacted till they were literally like right on top of you, and I think I killed like 6 of you with them. So you guys, you gotta run when IDF's coming. You know, I try to make it obvious, but, you know, if you're gonna ignore it, it's going to kill you.
No one communicated that we were getting IDF creeping in until it was literally happening on top of us.
I heard from some people that were respawning that communication was definitely the biggest issue tonight. Pogo, if you want to elaborate on that, you're the one that wanted to do this in server so you could show stuff on map. So go ahead.
So,
Pogo's a tier 4.
Concern from the non-communication, there was no real plan. And what plan there was sucked. The objective was to destroy the silos, not to take territory or clear out the Imperials. It was to take the silo. It was to blow up the silos. The secondary objective was to get the uplink to the turbo lasers. So primary objective takes precedent over everything else. If you can get the secondary, fair enough. But the primary one has to be done first. Oh. What you should have done was move in to only positions that had silos. Blow up the silos, fucking leave, and then go to the next position. And so on and so forth. If you have time, then go to the secondary objective, which I don't know where it is, but my common sense tells me it's in the military base.
Yeah, it was in the military base.
Which is surrounded by turbo lasers.
By the turbo lasers.
You're not going to win the firefights all the time. Especially in Star Wars, when you're playing as the Rebels. That is an Imperial-class Star Destroyer. There are 5,000 stormtroopers on it. I know that's a lore point, but there's literally a ship, an armed ship right there. It is going to send help. We're lucky Liru didn't send fucking TIE fighters at us.
Can I add something on top of what you said?
Yep.
When he says leave, it doesn't mean just leave the objective and push to the next one. It means pull all the way out, break contact outside, like all the way out east, and then punch back in on a new angle. Don't just start going from one objective to the other. You know, dump those oil barrels.
So something like this would have been good. So coming up.
Your mic cut out, Pogo.
Draw. I can't draw.
Yeah, basically only the purple boxes were the real tanks.
That would have been smart.
Tanks, it looked like. Everything else was
demo the
unnecessary.
Tanks, pull back out, shift to a different angle through defilade, punch in, kill the tanks, pull back out, rinse and repeat.
Should have just focused on purple boxes, yeah.
Yep.
Alright, so I'm drawing something on map that would have been a little bit better of a plan.
Use different colors so we can.
This is how we learn, you know. So I like it.
Well, the first one is just gonna be black. I'm not redrawing it. I'll draw in yellow. But yellow won't work. Never mind.
That's it. Do green or something.
Yeah, use green or red.
Right. So go in here, blow, and exfil back through that blue line. Circle around, hit these tanks, and then Do that. Again,
Quick
blow them
question.
tanks.
Liru.
Yep.
Was there a percentage of tanks that we needed to det?
It was just as many as you could. I mean, you almost got all of them. So, like I said, this is just a test mission. It doesn't really have any precedent over thing. It's just, you know, an objective to give you guys. Because another thing, like in the 3 weeks that, you know, I'll be testing this, doing ops with and blah, blah, before I release it to the other mission devs is, you know, there is a very different way you do Imperial stuff compared to Rebel stuff, compared to Droid stuff, compared to Clone Wars stuff. You know, it's all different mindsets. So Rebels, you know, you're a limited number. You have to focus on fast attacks. Guerrilla, essentially. Imperials, you can just literally stomp over everything.
Kick on everything.
Yeah, because you have, you know, the numbers, you have the weaponry, you have the technology. And in the past, I've done both. And, you know, now we're just kind of gradually getting you guys back into that mindset, because this is also stuff that can help you out in all the other ops we do in TSB. Yep, so that's specifically why I picked this one as the first test, because I wanted to see where you guys were at.
We probably could have ignored 3 and 4 due to the, you know, like you said, as many as we could, going with Pogo's doctrine of the hit and run. That way we wouldn't.
Yep. I mean, you could have run up to the perimeter wall and just thrown the charge over, and then got back in your Vic and drove off. There was a lot of ways you could have done this super speedy.
True, it was close.
So here we go. So basically, you go in. There's no tanks in the first compound that we were into. We could have just ignored it completely. There's nothing there, absolutely nothing. And there was people there who were dicking around trying to find the splicing, whatever, the slicing console or whatever. It's not going to be in the first compound we come to.
Yep.
That is a given. Like,
it's never that easy.
It is most definitely going to be in the middle with the most fortifications.
So they're going to be in the military
it's their main ground defenses. So, just ignore the first compound. Come in, blow the tanks. Where we're there, you don't have to wait to blow the tanks. Just blow them up. Make sure everyone is away and blow them up. Cover, and just toss the fucking thing over the wall. You could have just tossed it over the wall from where I saw. You don't have to blow them up. Just blow up as many as you can. Then we would just leave, and then we would circle around, do the Shapur et de l'Ur, whatever you call it. Don't even stop here. Just have a dude get out and toss it over the fucking wall again, and then move directly to the next one. Here, we did kind of the right thing, where we had fire up, because there's a lot of tanks here, so it's going to take a while. Where we were firing to the west and southwest. Yeah, just keep shooting. Fire superiority is how you win. It's how you keep their heads down and stop them from shooting back. So, yeah. Once you've deaded them, leave and do the final position. Blow them out, and then from there, just everyone mount back up and then breach into the main compound where the slight splicing is. Just breach through the wall. That's all. The ITT can take it. You can get through the wall, dismount, clear it out, and then find the slicing. Find the slicing thing. As soon as you find it, just get it and then leave. That's all you need to do.
Yeah, I think with that, yeah, like you say, of course, obviously poor planning initially, but I think what was mentioned too with the lack of aggression, lack of advancement, it was a lot of people going down, and a lot of people, you know, need to be worked on, and of course the, you know, now the lack of speed in terms of that process, you know, it's more serious. You want to, you know, play more tactically, not take hits so much, thinking you can just jump back up in 10 seconds. It definitely staggered us a multitude of times, especially in Objective 2. That was, what was that, like 30 minutes or something?
Yeah, you spent a lot of time in that one.
And then the secondary was when we pushed into 8. Red Alpha pushed into 8, and we were clearing up to the barracks. And there was, I mean, no one else for a long while. And, you know, I was able to clear the barracks after Pogo unfortunately went down taking too much fire, so we could get him inside and work on him. But even after I had cleared it, it still took forever for everyone to get over here and then into the barracks. Even though I mentioned it several times, so that they could be safe. So it's just, I think, communication issue too, or people not hearing or listening, chaos, stuff like that.
Another thing to remember with this, it's the future. You're using future guns. There's no real thing such as cover in this. You just get low that something big doesn't shoot through the wall. Because the guns that we have can shoot through walls. Like these 280s shoot through walls. They can absolutely do that. The stormtroopers can also do that. So you gotta, you just, yeah, you know, it's not a bullet. It's a plasma ball.
Speed is your friend then, in that sense. Definitely
Yes.
speed.
How'd you guys like stamina, by the way?
It's okay.
Great.
Stamina was good.
So is the damage. Damage is fine.
Okay.
I found my gun swaying a lot sometimes. I'm not sure if that was just...
Yeah, the only way I'm going to be able to fix that is to add a no weapon sway, because for whatever reason, the coefficient to adjust swaying doesn't seem to do anything.
It wouldn't help.
Yeah.
Anyway, these guns are not accurate. Just put it on full auto and fucking shoot. That is all you do. That is all I ever did, and I killed.
No, but I
It's
mean,
still
like, there were
suppressing.
times where I had, like, just packed, and then my gun would literally just sway off in
Yeah.
one direction because reasons.
Like I said, the only way I'm going to be able to fix that is if I add like a ace compatible no weapon sway mod. So we'll put that to a vote later in testing in 2 weeks. But yeah, so for now, guys, I'm going to index the server because the next mission's in 20 minutes. I'm about to put a paint up in the Discord for op feedback, so you can give what you need in there. But thanks for playing. Hope you had fun. And if you're coming 20, I'll see you in 20 for that armor op.
Is it Liru from the main?
Yes. All right, booby. What I do to stamina, it was mainly recovery was set to 5 and performance was 1.5, so a little like more focus on the regeneration.
You said
Only have
230?
it both set to
Seven
4.5.
imploders were well fucking amazing.
130.
I didn't get to use my imploders. I'm so upset.
They're
imploders
so
are
fun.
fun.
Or
We
hold up,
used-
did I screw up? That might have been. It might be 130 on the schedule or 230 on the schedule.
It's 1:30 on schedule as far as I
Let
can
me
tell.
just check again.
Yeah, I thought it was 130.
It
It's 130.
Yep.
is 130. Yep. Okay. So I probably need to push that slot back 11 to 12, 12 to 1. Well, then Barbarians is 2.5. So I don't know. I'll ask him if he is gonna go to like 3 hours, which is rare, but you know, we'll work with what we can get.
Alright,
we
I'll be right
can't
back.
do emotes in the op feedback request channel.
Why do you need emotes in the op feedback request channel?
It's criticism.
Tallies.
That is.
To give you a number 1 through 10.
I'm not adding emotes. It's
Just
for
type in
criticism.
1 to 10.
Also, there's tallies. Say like, hey, smiley for this, frown for this. You can, and then people can do the reactions, so sort of you can get a tally from it.
The reason we're not putting emotes in that channel is because when people break emotes out, people start memeing, and that's not the purpose of that channel. It's so we have feedback.
I wasn't gonna mean, but
1:30
People must use their words.
p.m.
Do the ATTEs work now?
Yeah, there should be some in there that quote-unquote work, but they're not walkers. They're just tied to a drone that drives. It's silly.
Oh, that hurts.
Yeah, BRB. Okay, so let me put us in transition. We will have another Zeus op. Oh my god, hiccups. I gotta switch the server out, so we had our Star Wars thing. Now we've got to do our Phase 4. Again, I moved my Tuesday slot to this 1:30 slot. That earlier up was a fill-in for Barbarian. So I'm just checking the size of this RPT. Yeah, alright, cool. It's 710 kilobytes. That is a very healthy size. So now I'm going to boot up TSB main on the server. But I've got my work cut out for me because I have to also make a modified version of the swap files we were using because the original one I put out seemed to have a few hidden anti-tamper thingies that I didn't detect at first. So, keck. But I cut out a lot of PBOs, so I'm going to have to do some testing to see what other PBOs I can bring back in because, I want there to be as much content in that mod as I can fit into it. So, let's see here. MP missions. Where is my file name? for that mission? MP mission, it was Iran Phase 4, so we can hit rename on that. So TSB Armor Ops. I'm going to put keying back on. I took it off because of the differences of PBOs, but that is fine. We'll hit save right there. I'm actually really glad that that server didn't crash either. That's a really good sign. And now we can boot the server. And as that is booting, I'm going to kill my Arma here. You'll get a nice little picture of Liru holding a handgun. The things you find on the internet. I'm going to go ahead, hit import the TSB main mod set, go to DLC, add global mobilization, make sure it's set to LCPL Liru for my account, hit the play button there, and now we're going to go into missions. So, Afghani armored tunes moved into Iran territory to disable FARP close to the line. Alright, so that's the mission, and then the map is the Rashman Province. And we'll go with that one, and let's edit the stream title, so this is going to be a Zeus POV. The mission map. Alright, so that's all properly set. We'll now tab back in. Pyro, no, we have our second op. So if you missed the first op, that's okay. It was just a nice little test op to look at the quote-unquote Zan Consortium project I've been building. And we'll keep it going. Now, I know I uploaded an op on YouTube at 9 a.m. today. I think at the end of the stream I'll upload another op, but we'll keep going for there. I'm going to give it another second. It might have timed out on the boot. Nope, there it is. I'm just an impatient little shit. Why'd you go to single player? Alright. And it booted. Let me now quickly throw up the stock image, because I would hate to show you guys my password. And what did I change the password to? Because I always forget in my little scatterbrain. Ah, of course. What a password. Yeah, Pyro, I've only been uploading 2 videos, past few days. I've just been so busy. Okay, so let's move the stock image down. What should my admin pass be today? Login. Liru has big titties. It works. I mean, that's a good fact. Wait, my password is like furry hentai? I could have used that one too. Would have worked. That's oddly specific. I don't know. I could log out and log in with that password too, because of how we have the server set up. I could log in with any password. But you could not, because it's not coded to your UID. Alright, so op is really simple. Follow the blue dotted line, don't go to the minefield, you can shoot the fart from that position, and that town is bad. Alright, there's T-Far. And I'm going to put a box down real quick of toolkits and other equipment. Thought I moved that to the corner. That's weird. I know I put this stuff in the corner. Because even though I told them not to touch it last time, they still touched it. But those are BMP2s. Okay, weird. Because they were, last week they were BMP1s. But those are just my vehicles for debug. I'm going to put a cargo box down. I'm going to change the time of day as well. Ah, I forgot to load Zeus cache. Ah, that's fine. I haven't placed anything down right now. Ah, my god. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna Alt F4 real quick. Because without Zeus cache, that's what you get. So kill that. That's fine. I mean, I just moved the VIX. Wah! And I got 10 minutes. And most of the op I've already set up in Eden, so it's nothing too bad. But we'll get there when we get there. This is looking to be probably a 30-person operation. Nice. So that means they could fill the command squad, a full BMP platoon, and a full tank platoon. That could work. And then after this, I gotta cook me a beef tenderloin, because it's Little Liru's birthday. Little Liru being my brother, not my kid. Let's just call him Younger Liru, then. Liru the Second. No, that still sounds like my kid. So what tiers are playing? It is open to the public, because this is a non-tiered operation, so there are no T0s. I want to say a third of the player base is tier 1s. A little under a third is tier 2s, and the remaining third is actually a small mix of tier 3s and above. Interesting turnout there. But it is a majority of tier 1s. I'd actually say below half of the players are tier 1. So yeah, we're just rebooting so I could load cache back up. I didn't load the reason I forgot to load was I didn't load it in the swap mission, because mods like that I don't load in when I'm doing testing, because, you know, it's less variables to test in case it crashed. It crashes, excuse me. And I did say in the beginning that, you know, I couldn't guarantee the stability of that server, because when you're, again, testing stuff, you never know what might happen. So I'm just going to get back into the server. I don't want to stream the password. I don't mind streaming the passwords after we're done with the ops, because I always change them. Alright, what should our admin password be now? Let's do login. Yeah, that works. And it's a fact, which makes it even better. I'm not going to say what that was, because I don't want any audio recording of it, but it's a fact. You now know something. No, it's because people will take clips and send it to her, and then I'm going to get in a lot of trouble. And boot. I know you can read it in 1080p. Isn't it nice that we stream in 1080? Once, not even once in a while. I'd say a few times a week. I always look at other Arma Twitch streamers, at least the ones that aren't always streaming live servers. Ugh. That stuff. And some of the stuff I find, I found Arma streams in 480p, and I could not understand what was going on. There's just so much stuff that goes on. Really, what murders streamers is the grass, because the bitrate, it gets murked if it's under like 4K, I want to say. 4K for bits, not 4K as in streaming. Read what in 1080? Please tell. Nah, it's okay, Don. It's quite alright. I double clicked on you. Where's your little box that comes up? Okay. So, I want to basically give them some LRs. I've been starting this up a little more often these days. I give some extra equipment in case they think they need it. So we'll do 15 of those. I'll put in some toolkits as well. And we'll look at the AO. Cool. Alright, that should be good. And then I've got these guys to garrison around. So we did lose the tank in that one, so I don't have to put it down. But I'll throw down 2 garrisons and then let them on the server. And again, this is like the combination of a US and Afghani airbase that they're both using to stage offs, and we're having this nice little, you know. On this day we do this type of op, on this day we do this other type of op. But I'm not having pilots today. Alright, going upstairs. Alright. Unmute myself. There we go.
So is the op actually starting? 1/3? Never mind.
No, I'm letting you guys in now. I just need the extra time because we ran the previous op a little late because we want to do a more in-depth debrief to talk about stuff and, you know, because it was a op test. Anyway, passes down, things that were changed. BMP crews are now 2 people instead of 3. There's no pilots. Yep, same password. There's no pilots today because of the amount of casualties taken last week, and I'm going to roll them over to F-18s, but I'm just trying to gauge, you know, effectiveness of armor because I felt like we needed more communication than last week's op. And you've got extra, like an extra platoon of tanks and an extra platoon of BMPs to make up for the fact that there are no pilots. If for whatever reason you need an LR on your back or a toolkit or whatever, there's a box by spawn that has that stuff. Please only take the vehicle that is in your role. If you get blown up, I will, you know, bring the vehicle either to spawn or up to you, depending on how things are. We'll talk about where reinsert waves are going to happen for this operation. Because, again, we're going to have 3. It's just I haven't marked them specifically. And the M113, the Logivic, that is full triple R, so bring that. That is very important. Also, because there are no jet pilots today, I would highly recommend someone grabs the Shilka. You are attacking a FARP after all. This is the FARP where they've been staging the helicopters that do runs on your airbase while you guys operate, or the Americans operate. So, yeah. This op is going to be shorter than the previous one, but it should still be fun. I hope.
You put the Kozu slot in, did you, Liru?
I do have a Kozu slot in there, but I don't have a Kozu set up. I apologize, guys. It's because I've been really busy with IRL since I started school, as well as the swap mod set. I'll start having Kozus this weekend again.
It's because he doesn't trust other people.
No more day drinking allowed, Liru.
That was fun. I don't have any fucking regrets with that. That was great.
Back.
Free to load in?
Yep. Feel free to load in.
Oh, okay.
It was already tossed
Did
in
not know
channel.
that.
Heck.
Huh?
What TeamSpeak IP are we using?
That's a really good question. I don't know. You should ask Makarov.
Alright.
Hey Makarov, what TeamSpeak IP are we using?
tsb.gamers.org.
Excellent.
That was a lie. You believed me.
I do believe you.
Never
You're the
mind
same one that asked the question, so what do you want from me?
That was an insightful Q&A. Thank you for your time.
Frost.
Yeah? What you want to take? Oh. Sure?
Or do we want to take the BMP too?
Oh, by the way, if you grab a Vic that doesn't have the ERA armor in the name or the Cormet launcher, don't then go and grab the one with the ERA or Cormet launcher, okay? Because that's going to be for other people. I know, I can't English, we all know that.
Can we have the Hermit launcher instead?
I would love to fire Hermit Crabs at you, but unfortunately, I don't think that exists yet.
I'm just gonna be the commander though for us, dude. That's gonna be concerning.
Cancer in Zodiac or what?
Whoever the fuck kills the slot will be the commander. Unless you
had
want a
her.
2 crew BMP.
BMPs are too crude.
I mean, we can if you want. Fuck it.
The wrong driver.
Well, we're gonna go command? Okay, have fun.
There's no other BMPs.
I mean, fair enough.
Under my Zeus slot, by the way, if you don't know how to scroll, those are where the other 2 squads are.
Yeah, but...
I might just push him with the BMP.
Okay.
You gotta remember, guys, I teach basic, and I get some really interesting questions in those basics.
Oh boy.
Like head bashing level.
99.
99 head bashing.
What, like, we
Nice.
just covered this, and you're still asking?
More like, how do I enable TFAR? God.
Asked via TFAR radio.
How do
I
load my
How
weapon?
to use long range?
I don't know, a recent one is, why is blood important? And I had to explain
Wow.
Biology 101. And he
Why is
still
blood
didn't get it,
important?
and I'm pretty sure he was underage, but yeah. Did someone just say, okay, excellent? You bitch.
Okay.
You bitch.
Can you
That one
explain
was
curvature
mean.
to me, Liru,
Quick,
please?
tell me, is saline acidic or not?
What is the Coriolis effect of this bullet?
What's the Corol's effect of this bloodstream that you're injecting from the insulin?
What's insulin?
That's too easy.
Discount insulin.
Insulin is a cheap morphine.
Did you perchance get that information from my ender?
No.
Why, has Ianda said something like that before?
No. Not necessarily.
Because he's the mythic.
With 2 C's, don't forget.
Welcome to
What's with me?
TSB, where I bash my head against a wall and cry all the time. Alright, I'll be on T4. Alright, so let's see. 20 people in the server right now, another 11 joining. So yes, this is going to be about a 30-person operation. So there will be a full ground command, there will be a full tank platoon, and a full BMP platoon. This is high checked in.
I don't know.
Good check. Most are we using?
We are using the Mass Effect mod set.
Right.
Don't go in the water, boys.
Yeah, don't go in the water, even though this AO is right next to a river. So, good luck.
If you look at the map, Mirwell, we're playing San Andreas, Gang War.
Okay.
No, this is actually alive.
Is it?
Yeah, if you're long enough in a grid, it will turn blue.
Vessel, you with us, right?
I don't have a press.
Where is he even?
5-0 check.
Good check.
My settings are hella cursed. My S settings reset. I don't like what I see.
As usual, it is 69.6.
My A setting resets. Hella cursed.
Oh, fuck, I forgot to change the time.
Nice check.
What time is it supposed to be?
Where's Alex?
Good check.
We're gonna set it to 1 a.m. and you have no night vision, but you have the moon.
Oh, good. Good.
Nice.
We have a ground gunner.
Level.
That literally did not even change the lighting. I'm a little disappointed.
It's Livonia lighting.
You're better off using time acceleration.
9 a.m. Liru.
Set it to 60.
Makes sense.
Anyone else
Nine
remember
a.m.
the
to me.
111, or what is it?
Oh
AM
boy, it's
777?
3 a.m.
1117?
Far can you actually forward the time?
Hey, Undead, what Vic you
24
choose?
hours.
I went behind about.
Hello.
What's 16 minus 9? 7 hours. I went behind 7 hours.
Be nice. That you could
Oh, the AM 1117?
to do years, and
Do you
it's
mind
like
driving?
some years later.
Cool, I'm your gunner. I got us 3 extra
Let's do
wheels.
2020.
4 spare wheels that time.
What?
First your check.
Now we just need actually.
Good check. Ground team has driver and gunner. We're just waiting for the actual ground commander.
Wow, a TSB op where the
Let's
ground
go,
command is picked last. Haven't seen that one before.
Alright.
Who's ground
Third
command?
person is allowed. I'll be only playing first person.
Wait, has no one actually taken it yet?
Oh, you're able.
You're in a TSB op. Of course, nobody's taken it yet.
Sorry, Liru, I'm not
Plus
allowed.
that turret slew so slowly.
Apparently the last convoy up I
Those
did,
are
which
for,
was
I think,
this
air.
one.
The
didn't go
Logi
so
was
well.
that thing, I think. The
We're doing
camo
convoy
one.
now.
That's all in one, you're saying?
I mean, we're a bunch of armored
I think
boys.
it just has the
with
capability.
I don't know, I'm
support
just a Zeus.
vehicles Following a path.
I'm gonna ask them. I don't know.
I don't know, I just work here.
I just know it's called Logi.
Yeah, what the fuck? He's driving
Take it
these
if
bits,
nobody
I
does
wonder.
in the next 5
Go ahead and
minutes.
go Yellow Snake. Now we can tell us, or their ground connect can tell us apart from everybody else.
But how are you handling logistics? Is that a big all-in-one?
Yep, it has triple R in it for everything.
Alright. I thought, like, what are these fix here for? Right?
Just template in case that one breaks. But I've also got spares in the corner of the map.
For me to take and give to her.
Oh, yeah, that's... Yeah, whatever.
That's true.
Oh, right, yeah, I went for the pilot. I forgot about them.
Are we all going to include our names, call signs on the map?
Probably not. But you do you. Surprise me.
I hope not. That seems redundant as hell.
I mean, Toe is the only one that's marked anything, so.
What do you want to call us?
Called Toe now.
What would you want to call us?
It doesn't matter.
Sorry, let me change
I'd say
that real
this
quick.
is Snape.
I am going to change the music.
There we go.
The others can be Dumbledore, Harry, Hermione.
I don't care. But you know when you see, when you see like tank crew, like you, people on the map.
Let's see. What do I want to play? What do I want to play?
I would say the commander
Battle
is
of
the one
Sajik.
that's going to
We
be
are now
speaking on net. I
Krakatoa.
would say is the only important one. That way you can sort of remember the voices easier.
With the toe
Toe.
Every time you fire your gun, you gotta say Krakatoa really loud, like on yelling, but not on the net. The net is... I just said, not on the net, just locally on yelling. Just
Okay.
Krakatoa, and then you fire. Like...
Okay,
Legit.
only if you're
Dude,
standing
we
there
got
next to me.
8 grids.
Yeah, I know. We noticed that last time. I was like, what?
I will fucking do it.
Bow, 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 bow.
Little advice, Liru, or tip, or suggestion.
Hmm?
This hatched, like, grid overlay for color, letting us know what an AO is and stuff.
Okay.
So it just makes the map just difficult to use in general. Usually just better just do an outline.
Okay.
As I beg you, get rid
Fine.
of someone said it.
I've
I
always
said it at the first time I typed it out because you were giving the brief.
Sorry, what was Snape saying? I wasn't listening.
about the grid that's on the map. People have a hard time reading the map if it's there.
Yeah, no.
If you could,
especially when you have the flag.
make it more opaque.
At least for single color.
I don't know. I don't know what opaque means.
Means solid, so you can't see through it. That's what opaque means.
Oh, I don't like this
Transparent
road.
markers,
I am
very
reading the map and I do not like this road right here.
Going straight up.
No, it goes down on a slant, but it.
Wait, yeah,
the
you're right. I
fucking
can't see
final
because of
objective
the
literally
grid.
is watching it. There might be a little bit of deflate, but not
Oh
much.
shit. Ambush markers? We'll never see
I mean, they're
them.
sort of just like
Is that
attack
your gunner?
from this vector markers, really.
My gunner.
At least how we use them anyway.
So,
Liru, how compelled
really?
are
Alex,
we
this
to
is the
take
actual
the road you
marker.
marked?
Everywhere else is mine, so
If we were
you gotta follow. You don't have to go down the road specifically, but if you go around, then you're gonna run into a lot of angry tribal dudes.
I do.
But if you use the road, you're gonna run into less angry tribal
I
dudes.
say we don't do this with Ground Command. We just act as an assistant force site.
But if we go up on like the mountain to the east for Overwatch or scouting,
Let the Vic crews work amongst themselves.
you can't see black lines in
vehicles
your
are
face.
the BMPs amphibious?
Yeah.
Which one are amphibious?
It wasn't any of you. Was it?
All the vehicles are?
All alpha.
Like,
So it's
which
Arab,
those
that
dots
means,
for the tow
blue.
hunter.
No, it wasn't any of our guys here. Somebody else is on 60.
What are these dots?
Who is using 60 other than alpha?
The blue dots are the convoy
Only
route.
Alpha, by the way.
Yes,
No,
I
I
know.
don't,
The
I
commander.
don't get. I hope it's the dots.
That's for potential route for the Humvee to take for
That the
recon
first one in
slash
line, that's his job.
flank watching.
Yeah, but no, we don't have.
Oh, if you really want
60 isn't the frequency for all of us. Each Vic has their own frequency. That's how the stuff
That's
usually works.
lower.
Oh, at least we just came back
2034,
from work.
2064,
I'm tired.
2071.
Have
That's
some
a
fun
huge
and
ridge
shoot
line where
little
it just
flying
drops.
things. Like throwing bananas.
We can do
at
that.
them if I
What?
can.
I'm pretty sure from anything on that line you can see it ahead far.
It depends on how tall the trees are. We might be able to do it, but we'll
You
give
know,
it a
grows
shot.
that large. It's desert.
My primary concern is that village there.
If anyone on net is here, let me know when you want the brief.
I got an idea.
Eyes, there is no
Go like
ground
this.
command, so we'll just have
Then we
the
end this
crews
one.
working together. Sniper style.
Wasn't that a ground
Defense will
command
take ground
ago?
command, one sec.
Who just left?
This is CSU.
It's about that time where we do it again. Alright, so here's the deal. I normally force a ground command, but I'll let you guys, if you don't want a GC today, do it. However, it's a complete shit show on comms. I'm going to force ground commands for another 3 months, so you do you.
I mean, that doesn't change the shit show usually.
No, makes it a little bit better on average.
Devenser said he was gonna step up as GC though, so he's coming back in.
Yeah.
So just
Maybe
might want to
that's-
just hold one moment
maybe
while he
that's-
gets
Yep,
in.
yep, yep.
Defense did say he was taking ground command.
Yep, I know. No, ground command must be
and then he is
TSB.
driver
Change to
for the
61
fucking-
drop range.
Iopus, could you take
It's less
someone from
annoying
green?
than to
Because
tell
they just
us
really
one.
need a driver and gunner, right?
For what? For
This
one
one's
and three?
probably taken as well.
Yeah, since you need someone yourself.
Let's check.
Anybody
Just,
on this net?
Hit me in dead.
GC not have a long range.
Undead?
Yeah.
Can
We
you
have
be
a radio
Iopus's
on the
I guess
second
not.
line?
car.
It's ours now.
Right, proceed on that. What do you
Dude, we have a radio on the car.
You got radios in the VIX, so...
There's radios
Hold
on
on.
there if you need them.
Give one of them your long range if you're gonna be with Iopus, I guess. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, y'all
Snake.
said it.
Where did Unmet go?
Alright, we're good now.
Do you already have a short
Over
range?
there. Somewhere.
Is Devenser back in?
I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know.
Devenser.
Literally in front
That's
of
all I
me.
can say to you.
Well, you're
Oh,
behind.
Yeah.
But
We're in the
squad
Vic,
net.
I'm very close to you as well.
iPhone though.
For our
the
VicNet, we'd be
7.
4-0.
Dragon, what's our squad name?
How much? What?
4-0 is our
Platoon
VicNet.
7-0.
I don't go in third
7-0,
person,
cheers.
so I can hear you fine anyways.
Yeah, we shouldn't need
It's
it in
written
that
on
one.
the
It
map.
is pretty not bad, but just in
You are
case,
in
like, you
yellow.
hop out and we can't hear each other
Frost
outside.
is doing.
Sick and small AO.
It's fun.
Okay, we're good.
On
means
the
you tank
list
a
when
lot,
I was
or?
looking, it said that I would have been with King of Kings and Angel Dust.
So this might actually go up to a
Okay.
30-person
Oh,
op based off of the additional people that have showed up in TSB win.
Is it annoying?
Just it has to be
No,
on you.
I don't hear it.
And I have
I heard
to
that.
make you a
Wow.
Now I heard it end.
Here's check.
Good check.
Is if it's sorted, don't open your mouth.
All non-Vic crew leads. Shoo. Shoot.
on standby.
Ground ready for green.
Non-Vic crew leads.
Alright, here is the objective today, break. So, you're basically going to get back in your armored Vics and follow the blue dotted line and attack a FARP. There are 2 ambush markers that represent positions of high elevation where you could deviate from the road and engage to the FARP itself, because the FARP is probably going to have aircraft that might, you know, try to take off and shoot at you, which are bad. So, the route is the recommended route. If you try other areas, they might be mined, so be careful. That's your only warning. There's another warning marker in the town of Itzmad. That is because we expect there to be a large tribal garrison, and they have a lot of RPGs as well, so maybe have your BMPs, if they see stuff in there, light them up, but otherwise I wouldn't recommend driving in there directly. That's why the blue dot kind of deviates from point 2003 to the FARP entrance itself. You are getting there and holding that position because U.S. Airborne are going to be moving in and taking over that position to establish a FARP. That's not going to be the next mission on Sunday. That's just going to be something to help us stage going forward, because we'll probably start in that base if you are successful today. Now, break. Similar to last week's operation, there are 2 points where there will be reinserts. They are the before points at both of the bridges. So the first bridge at about 160076 and the second bridge at 162091. So if you get destroyed, but you haven't reached either of those positions yet, once you get to that position ground, call me on the net, and I will bring your reinserts to those positions. After you go past the second bridge, this becomes a one-life operation. Do you have any questions for me?
Not right now.
Alright, last thing I'll say is do be aware that tribal forces aren't really following the established border of the advance line, so you might find them in blue territory, probably staging assaults or whatnot. But I know they won't actually come all the way up to the airfield, so you might run into them just before you hit enemy territory. Otherwise, that is all I have. So again, you're basically clearing out and holding a FARP. Any questions for me?
No.
All right.
Do we know if anything in the AO, like the shorelines are mined or something?
Yes, they are.
Why? Why do you have to make it difficult?
Because it would be too easy.
Are the mountains to the left and right of the road
BMP radio
mined?
frequency?
Unknown.
Cool.
You do know
I
that
don't
the
know.
shorelines are mined.
You're a chief, so I'm asking you.
Don't question.
And we can
it.
just set the Humvee at like 100 over the minefield first. It's gonna blow up all the mines and not die.
I am.
And
Give
we're
me a
fine.
second.
Are you my driver?
I'm
his gunner.
You continue with the mines, can we get a bobcat?
The missed
I'm dead,
evidence.
sorry.
So
Let's
we're gonna
back to the
go
one
with.
first.
Oh, good. No, Z issue, I should say.
Go red.
Trigger to take out a far.
Go
BMP naval mines.
33.8.
Can you tell me
Are
about
we-
side to side of the
Spot
bridges?
to go?
What's our fleet?
Are we doing?
33.8. Everybody remember what platoon we
Give me
are?
your
'Cause I
scope.
just joined in, fill the slot.
33.8 check.
Liru, give me your scope.
Check.
We're gonna use it. I like this scope.
Section commander and
I like it
tank
too.
section commander.
Checking.
Depends.
Probably wouldn't work on your gun.
Commander.
It will.
150.
I'll make it.
Yes.
But I like this scope.
Alright.
Like I said, I like it too. So this is a pure excuse.
3.8.
Let's see.
I'm keeping my scope.
We have
I
four
think we can
full
just
P72s
move to
right
start
now.
the
Driver, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Good check.
Do you want to be
So
a
let me
driver
explain
or
why I
a-
don't want them to
If you
cross
wanna
the river.
drive, you can drive.
Because the
Americans.
tanks aren't gonna be
They don't
able
wanna
to cross the
share
river.
anything.
They might be able to, but they're gonna take a significant amount of engine damage.
Naval mines. Oh, come on.
And I don't want the BMPs crossing because that's gonna leave the tanks on their own, and I would just swarm the
Recto,
tanks
you're
with
50?
infantry at that point. But I don't feel like dealing with it. I'd rather just force them to stay together instead of having them try a silly plan, because I know for a fact their communication isn't solid. So you know, just the way I quote unquote force it.
I guess then.
But yeah, anti-BMP naval mines.
We could start launching vehicles, the Lodges, over to the airfield there.
Jesus.
Airfield there. The Dirty Snap Market. We could probably
This is it, issue
So let's see what they mount up in.
sounds like a real good strategy.
So Gunner checking in 5-0.
I see the airfield because of the.
No.
Good check.
It's
Thought I opened said he'd stay off of 50.
For helicopters, I think.
Well, remember, Snake, there is that things just like that.
So, how's everyone on stream doing? Gonna try to get this done within an hour, but we'll see how things go.
To both commanders, start moving your vehicles out to the start point marked on map.
Just remember, Zope has Zope has his existing friends. He's just not allowed to make new friends because he strips them naked and carries them around, and that's really, really weird.
How do you want to use the tow humpy? Sure.
Monk, thanks for the 25-month resub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations. And I hope you get a kick out of this. But I appreciate your 2+ year patronage. Just wiping the dust off my top of my computer. Yeah, Arma is a pretty girthy mod-size game, so...
Yes, go up front, BMPs.
Not much we can do.
We'll come up with a convoy order on the start.
So we have full platoon of tanks, full platoon of BMPs, all the logistics fixed, the recon Vic. So yeah, we're full across the board. So that's very cool.
Okay, while we move to the start point, current plan is to basically form a convoy, probably gonna be BMP, tank, BMP, tank, tank. And just drive down the road with...
I'm not gonna lie, Phil, I was in their shoes, I would just do
reconning up ahead.
BMP, tank, BMP, tank, BMP, tank, BMP, tank, and then mix the
to know if there are any mines in the water next to the bridge, otherwise I would like the BMPs to cross over the water. If that's not possible, we'll stick in convoy order and cross the bridge that way.
Where's 113?
113, stick with ground in the back of the convoy.
Ground, this is high. I'll keep it even. Bridge 1 doesn't have water mines. Bridge 2 does have water mines.
Copy that. Thank you, Alan.
I will spawn mines at their frickin' feet.
I just want to confirm that there aren't any land-based mines. We can do formations and stuff, or are we going to get hit by land-based mines?
The only land-based mines are at the mines markers. They're not in for this one, so yes, you can do formations.
Copy.
The whole point of me putting the anti-BMP mines, quote-unquote, is because I don't want your BMPs, which is your infantry screen, or the vehicles that can screen against infantry, to fuck off while your tanks have to take the long route, because I'm going to tell you right now that's going to fuck the op.
Yep. Okay, BMPs are all set in convoy formation, waiting for your order to
So
move
I think,
out.
nope, they don't have eyes on those Vics specifically.
Copy that. You're clear to start moving towards the start position. from there we'll have some overwatch, and then we can move down. Krakatoa, make sure you mark any enemy positions on map, and we'll figure out how to deal with them.
Ready up.
So we're clear to move out?
Yeah, clear to move out. Start moving towards start marker.
Countermeasures are for the enemy, not for base.
It's been the same BMP, Gunner.
Let's see if recon notices.
Technical 50 cal to the right, moving south on the road. 2 of them.
BMP's engaged, tank hold fire, only or shoot with coaxial.
I noticed you.
Turks technicals are currently moving after Krakatoa, currently west of the village.
Okay, copy that, Krakatoa. You had me under the impression they were right here next to the convoy.
Krakatoa is moving south at this time and moving east back towards the village to try and meet up with you guys. The times 50 cal technicals are chasing us at this time.
Copy that. Try to avoid and move towards the convoy, then we'll
high stakes car chase!
Yep, passing the south side of town now.
Since this was forgotten last time, they made some other, like, different arcs. Much different arcs.
Oh shit!
Falling close. The red. Currently on the north side of the convoy, someone please engage it.
Someone blow that.
That was cool.
This is FSU, would be engaging any shot aggressive they come close.
Taking fire from the northeast side of town.
So I'm just gonna have these Vics go up at this point, because it's too late for them to dismount. But that was a nice little start to get stuff around on them. So yeah, I just got some pretty cheeky SPG-9 guns placed around. Yeah, no, we're gonna see that, and we're gonna bail the heck out of there. Yeah, I got BMP platoon in the front, tank platoon in the back. Now we're timing it because we got this SPG-9 pretty out and about right there. And Iopus is getting that recon Vic back up.
Line to ground.
Probably should have doubled the amount of RPGs from 1 to 2 in all these infantry squads, but again, this is all about them just having fun. Wow, only 2 of them survived. I'll have those guys start coming up. Whiff a shot in front of them.
SPG on the easternmost building of the next compound in front of the convoy.
Take a one shot.
Good. Red Technical has dismounted on the north side of the compound.
I'll let them come a little bit closer. But yeah,
This is
that
ground.
there is...
Sorry, my radio wasn't really working for that. For some reason it reset. Krakatoa, be aware if you see direct threats to tank, such as a SPG, you're clear to engage. Just make sure you can't get shot back.
That's just illegal. Yeah, I'll wait till he's back in all
This is a fuel food mobile south of convoy.
TSU, try to stay back.
Ooh,
I don't
point
want
blank,
to lose
missed
you to
shot.
an infantryman.
Multiple technicals approaching from the northeast.
Copy that. Engage. Yeah.
True. Ooh. Ground, this is high. Say when you're clear to get your TP. I know you're in combat right now.
Did I get that red technical? Because it like after the second GMG round, it like crashed.
Never. Yeah. Eventually.
Convoy, don't move into the... I mean, try to not go into the red area yet. We'll decide on the convoy order first.
How these guys go prone to try to hide. I always get spotted by that group.
CSU, I want you to stay near ground commands. Don't engage with your precious ammo. We're gonna need it against enemy choppers.
Let's see, Islamic State. Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to go to T-34s.
Okay, just pull back to ground position. Ground to high, clear for TP.
Stand by.
T-72 to ground command. You got T-72 right now. We're trying to regroup with you guys.
Copy that, T-72.
Ground here line have linked back up with BMP.
I think they took a right, so that's why I'm bringing him around.
Repeat last.
Line, you have linked back up to the BMP platoon.
So we're gonna drop some mortars by him, because I've got those
we're
two
coming.
mortars.
We just have a TP going. Just hold position for now, all units.
Ground command, I'm gonna have to keep pushing the BMPs forward. We're taking idea.
Copy that. White one, I'll mark on map.
Yeah, Opus is being the scout. However,
T-72s, we're giving you the
guys
road.
are gonna keep seeing that.
Front.
Woo! Ah, they fired at the ERA, blows up next to that tank. Yeah, it looks like it didn't really do anything. Tow launcher hit it. Make these little two-man RPG teams. Just to kind of make the infantry a little more lethal. Also, I don't think they noticed, we got the SPG-9 guy back here. This is a really evil spot for me, but I have his car back here. And that guy, look at you, stopped right there. But they do get a reinsert when they get up to there.
Order, once contacts die down.
That's another hit. Their engine's partially schwacked.
By AA will be extremely exposed to this convoy.
That Vic got blown up. you're seeing that artillery coming from these pods back here. Yeah, nothing back here is aggroed.
Ground command BMPs are 50% effective.
Ah, looks like they found him.
We got 2 BMPs that are damaged.
Copy that, BMPs.
We're also taking heavy IDF on this position.
Not sure if anyone spotted it, but it's down here.
Copy that, BMPs. Just keep on the move.
I gotta wonder what's going on in that tank. They got a purple guy, which means someone's unconscious.
Okay, BMPs, how much do you have active right now?
We have 2 that are currently active and at full health. The rest of them are damaged.
Copy that. Tanks, how are you doing?
We're down to 2 active.
And then I'm gonna go over here and grab.
That's one way to start, no?
It's alright, they're by the first reinsert point, so they'll be back in a bit.
Head over hill for this one. So once contacts die down, everybody push back up on the hill and we'll form up in convoy order.
T-72 to ground command, we're less than a kilometer out.
Copy that, T-72.
Where do you want the T-72 in the convoy order?
Reference map, convoy order, 1 BMP in front, 1 tank, then the rest of the BMPs, rest of the tanks, AA, marching crowd.
Alright, so we're second in the line, gotcha.
Ground, I strongly advise having
Thinking next week we'll add a medical vehicle. Or I'll add that to Logi's capabilities.
I want you A, close to me, and B, far away from first engagement targets for air.
Ah, there's the mortars getting dabbed on. Whew.
Just delete them. If the BMP step off, the T-72s will be able to get into formation from behind.
Just wait, get 1 in front, 1 BMP in front, and 1 tank behind, and then they'll get in.
Contact southwest at rear convoy.
T-72s, guys for now.
Yeah, so I picked this position on purpose, because they can look uphill, and if they look uphill, then they can start dunking stuff.
Then the rest of the BMPs, then the rest of the tanks, then AA, then me.
Some copy command, BMP is taking point.
Copy that. 1 T-52, go behind command, BMPs.
Wait, do you want the T-72 be second command or just
they dunked everything over here as well.
I want 1 on the road, the BMP on the road right now. I want a tank behind that. Then I want the rest of the BMPs behind that. Then I want the tanks behind those.
A lot of you guys crest in front of an SPG-9 that was behind you guys. I put a car next to it to be, try to hint that it was there, but I was just being cheeky.
So, I just need 1 tank behind
they're almost to the next spot, so let's see, you're a tank crew.
Fall behind that line.
So what you're telling us is the BMPs failed to do their job. That's the second time.
I mean, that one I wouldn't really blame them because it was in between 2 bushes. I just really wanted to test if people were pulling 360 and looking at stuff, but I'm not surprised that it didn't fail, you know? Or that that wasn't spotted.
Apparently one of my BMPs can't get the gun up.
Angel, get in.
Well,
Never mind. Apparently,
tell
just
them
get
it
some
comes to
fire.
age, and that you don't need to change of it.
It's alright, they're almost to the first bridge, so
Okay, rest of the
don't
vehicles
get
follow
in that tank. I dragged it over here. I'm not gonna be able to teleport you guys if you're in the tank.
BMP commander, you're clear to move.
How it's gonna happen is I'm gonna attach you all to that tank and drag you up.
Angel can hear us.
Ground, this is recon, spot rep.
Repeat last call sign.
This is recon, spot rep.
Go ahead.
Alright. When they call me, and I'll get you in soon.
Checkpoint on the other side of the first bridge, BMP on the west side of it, M113 on the east side, garrisoned by a one-time squad.
By the way, what
Also, you want to know a fun fact?
Copy that. We'll be in view soon. Make sure, yeah, it's marked on map, so everybody make sure you reference the map and pick appropriate targets. Tanks go for the BMP, BMPs go for the M113 and any infantry next to it.
It is not Alex's day. It's a second crash.
Also, in the case of heavy contact, so multiple enemy vehicles, I want the remaining BMPs to move in front of all the tanks, so they'll line up in a line with the command BMP. We'll have a nice BMP line, cover us from infantry, and the tanks can take out long-range targets.
Oh, there goes Ice Dragon.
72s, I don't know what it is, but there's something on the bottom right side of that bridge. I'm not sure if that's a vehicle.
Yeah.
T-72s, if I could have you take out that vehicle that's on the right side, we're going to continue to push.
Hey,
firm. On our side of the river or their side of the river?
Their side of the river. It looks like there's a vehicle on the left and a vehicle
I'm gonna attach you all to this tank and then bring the tank over instead of TPing you all because it's quicker.
BMP is starting to cross.
Would we be able to rearm it because there's a high chance that's not fully armed?
The M113 in your convoy is a full repair, refuel, rearm vehicle, so you can do it off of that.
BMP commander, I assume you stopped the convoy to engage targets?
Negative. I continue to move. Break. Be advised, you got battle towers off the west side.
Alright, well, you could go to the 113 and rearm then.
Okay, we'll do that.
Okay, I leave to your discretion.
Hello, I'm a late join.
Ground, this is high. You've gotten to the first bridge. Let me know when you want your reinsert wave. Over.
Copy that, high. We're just approaching the bridge now, so... which one? How much do I have reinsert?
4 a tank, and I need to heal Makarov.
BMPs are going to pull security as we wait for reinserts.
Copy that, BMP. Ground to AA, make sure you're on some kind of defilade to cover us while we wait for reinserts.
Let's go, Miles.
Make sure you're in cover, AA.
Alright, I'm waiting for him to tell me it's clear.
Well, it's right, but there is not much cover here.
As a driver for T-72B, take up anyone else's. I know Alcal's disconnected, speaking of the devil.
Be advised, I'm taking 2 BMPs to go check to see what you guys are taking fire from across the bridge. The rest of the BMPs are pulling security on the road.
Copy that. This is ground to high.
Send message, ground.
We're clear for the reinforcements.
Roger, stand by. Alright, it's gonna be a little funky.
Should be able to TP me into the pick, by the way.
BP commander report. Anything useful seen?
No, nothing I can see besides those battle towers. We're not going to engage them now. We're going to engage them when we get a little bit closer so we can get all BMPs firing at the same time.
Copy. Be aware you have enemy vehicles moving down the road. 2 times BTRs.
Ground, this is high. Reinserts have been deployed. Also, when Ice Dragon gets back, I'll let you know when he needs DP. Over.
Copy that. Okay, new tanks. Make sure you foul in behind your fellow tanks.
Outcast DC. Yeah, there's still a few kinks in this mod set, to say the least. And I'm just deleting all the
Reform
stragglers.
convoy order.
And bodies to keep frames
Who's
as
the tank
immaculate as I can.
A follow ground, please.
Line 2 and 113, can you hold for a second? Make sure we're taking top it off.
For what? I'm not. It's a recitation, don't worry. His birthday's more important. Alright, let's put this helicopter in there. It's a ground suppression, so it only has rocket pods, no AGMs to blow it up. Apologize for that. We're planning out.
Lead BMP, you're cleared to start moving. I guess the
I do technically have a recitation class tonight, but it's the first week and we haven't learned anything, so it doesn't really matter.
Urgent spot rep, you're taking RPG fire from your north of the hill. Be advised, one Cobra is lifting off from the airbase.
Hey, we have we got an enemy
Cobra,
Vic coming in.
311.
There it is.
Good shit, AA.
Alright, I'm gonna go a little further back.
Still up, they are north of your convoy, pushing south.
Not Islamic State. Let's go.
BMP, stop moving. Tanks, make sure you cover their movements like you're doing right now.
I don't trust FABs because they can drop them on top of guys with pretty pinpoint accuracy.
Down the moment. We need a medical here.
Copy that.
Washington 113, my gunner's down.
This is ground to BP commander. What's your current strength?
Yes, currently no BMP commander.
Okay.
Ground, this is high. Do you copy?
Go ahead. High.
I'm gonna implement a little change on the fly here. I'm gonna say your 113 Vic is also a medical Vic, so if you bring people outside of the 113 and just have them hold there for a few seconds, we're gonna say that a medic is in your 113 that'll pack people. So that way we don't have people getting one tapped in their Vics. Over.
Copy that. AA, MI-24, fly, MIA, I mean flying north of convoy.
Heading south, Quickhill. Be advised, ground there's a BMP marked on map west of the convoy, west of the river, overwatching the route.
Ground, inform whoever's tank disregard. You gotta love the arming. I don't even.
BMP, can you give me?
I don't even want to know.
BMPs, any BMP? Yes.
Yeah, welcome to Arma.
Are you engaging any contacts right now? Anybody on 50 respond? This is Krakatoa.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna make that a medical vehicle and probably make the logistics people in that Vic medics.
Overwatching the river from the west has been knocked.
Copy that. Thank you to Krakatoa.
They actually called him Krakatoa too, that's hilarious.
Who is the front BMP?
Alright, I'm gonna make just this 4-man RPG team on the fly, and I'm just gonna literally put, like, just a bunch of angry... Yep, stand by.
Okay guys, if you can copy this on 50, I guess we just had a lot of people crash out. I guess the BP commander also crashed out, so...
That is the case.
Oh, blobby.
So, let's
Outcast and Stewie.
Chain of command. Anybody stepping up for the
I was gonna put you up
right now?
into, both of them.
Need to do anything? I guess not. Anybody on the T-72 side that's gonna step up for T-72 commander?
Alright, so we'll do that. In terms of people crashing out, I don't know. This mod set's pretty interesting because they combine Cold War and realism together, so it's bound to have some teething issues. I mean, with chemical warfare, it was a desinky piece of shit, so not surprised. But, you know, we still just need to teeth things out. So I'm gonna quickly try to find the buildings.
Talks back on that.
Repeat last, second platoon?
BMP commander back on that.
Copy that, thank you, Outcast. Jesus, we literally fell still. Can you take lead again, and then have a tank follow you?
Copy, we're stepping off.
Alright,
Actually,
tank.
disregard. I got guys who are still repairing, apparently.
Can the guys that are still repairing mark themselves on maps so that Logivic can help them?
The guys
So I
that are
got two
currently out
defensive
of their BMP repairing.
T-72s. Yeah, I can't really spot them from there. If they are like
furthest
skylining,
back
I'd
BMPs.
probably try to snipe them, but they're pretty.
Alright, once we're done
They got a
repairing,
pretty
we'll
low
reform the
angle
convoy
here.
order. It's gonna be a BMP in front, then a tank, then the rest of the BMPs, then the rest of the tanks. Okay?
Far out, man.
I don't think he's
And
smart enough to get out of
I'm
that
not
corner.
angry, I'm just disappointed.
Oh, Jesus.
What are you disappointed about?
That's a phrase. Oh, never mind. I would never
I got the driver! I just shot the
That's
driver in the
fine,
back of the head!
Sensor
Ice, is that you?
serious.
Disappointment means he was expecting.
Alright,
something
Ice
from
is
you.
here, so let me, you both crashed, right?
Okay, all BMPs are
Ice
operational.
and
We're going to
CPO.
continue formation of a BMP.
Hi, ground, this is high. Can you wait like 5 seconds? I got a TP, two guys up to you.
Disregard.
Copy that. Just form on the road. Just get a BMP in front with a tank behind.
Fabit was flailing on the ground. So it looks like 113 turned around and shot him.
Ground 113 drivers.
Something funky with his medicals going on. What on earth?
Repeat last call sign.
Never mind, but
Okay.
this is Logic 113 back on that.
Okay, so for the other BMPs,
Yeah, he looks okay.
over
It's
to
just,
the
that was
BMP
weird.
that's by the beach. Wrong net, sorry.
T-72 to Logi, can you help repair our tanker fast? Our church is stuck.
What's your position at this time?
Alright, let's do a full platoon of BMP-1s. Because those against T-72s and BMP-2s shouldn't...
Commanders, tank commanders, make sure your guys are still listening in
win.
50.
I can hope, but I also want to kind of boil things up a bit.
This is ground to high.
This is highest on traffic.
Are all the reinserts...
A-firm, everyone's DP'd up to you. You're good to go. Sorry for that.
No problem.
We good to step off?
Some of the tanks are still repairing because their turret's stuck.
Solid copy. Can I make a, give a suggestion for how we push out from here? BMPs push out on line with the T-72s following in.
Gotta make sure I don't get stuck on trees.
That way we're not just going single file down a line and waiting for one guy with an RPG to hold up the whole convoy.
You think that's enough BMPs?
BMPs will switch over to coax and HE.
Surprised they didn't dunk these towers and stuff.
Will back up with whatever they need to back up.
And I got a T-100 in here to be a
Sounds good, but can you explain it one more time for the people that weren't listening?
So, for the people who are just now tuning in to the fantastic radio station that is 50, BMPs will be moving out in line. T-72s up to the T-72 platoon command will be moving directly behind the BMPs, providing support for anything heavier that the BMP cannot take out. BMPs will then be screening the T-72s by being in
the
line,
marksman
and
with
the
no
T-72s
scope,
will be able to back up, firing
shooting
over the
through
heads,
grass,
or will be behind and adjacent to the BMPs, shooting at anything big, mean, and scary.
Thank you. Okay, form up in line, BMPs then, and then the tanks will just drive behind you.
Oh, they have to hear them. Yeah, you can barely hear it from this position. It's really faint, though. It's hard to hear over their actual engine.
AA stick close to ground again, and Logi...
So I think those guys have just been watching all the...
Hey, what's the T-72 in front doing right now?
I don't know. You tell him.
Oh, man,
Recon. Let us take point.
Recon, man, I can see him from your paws. From this would be where his head is. He could see these going through. Not even the driver's noticing.
Ground, this is Krakatoa.
Go ahead.
There we go.
Next bridgehead has 2 times entrenched.
No, he's looking above him.
On the opposite embankment. 2 times assault boats, 1 on either side of the bridge, both armed with dual 50 cals.
BMPs are shifting off to the northeast so the T-72s can deal with the other T-72s. We're going to come in from the southeast of the bridgehead.
Right under Recon's nose.
So once you see us make contact,
that's crazy.
With your toe on the T-72s.
That is actually crazy.
BMP
there we go.
Your position along the road.
They called 1 out. He doesn't know there's 3 others.
On this side of the bridge, at least 1, probably 2 BMPs.
Copy that, Krakatoa. Again, when we make contact, you clear to engage. We'll take care.
4 times BMP.
There we
They're
go.
Splitting up now.
I'm gonna try to separate them here. First one goes in, gets absolutely murked by that BMP too.
You guys are driving right past one. It's sitting with track pod. What's your right BMP?
So one of them just got shot blobbies. Also, you have these tanks right here. They decrewed 1.
Make sure you don't.
Other tank fired around. She's reloading, aiming, fires. Ooh, Valkrams takes a hit. But it looks like they blew up the other one. Nope, they decrewed it. No! Commander's still up. Commander was killed. Tesco gets hit. Ooh, and there's a nasty little cook-off right there. So even though some of those tanks took some pretty hefty damage, they're still okay.
Tanks. BMP to the west on this island in the river. Take it out, please.
That has already been killed.
Here, we're actually going to go to Islamic State. I'm going to get T-55 platoon.
That BMP to your west has been killed a long time ago.
I mean, my gunner just called it out and he was like, there's something to do about it.
Be advised, BMPs are holding this position until T-72 is confirmed that they've taken up the vehicle.
So it'll take a while for them to get through.
Both are down, confirmed.
Start copy, BMPs are pushing up the town.
Yeah, start pushing in.
I'm going to sneak a second RPG guy in that squad.
I want two of you to hold position where they are now on the hill, so they can take out any incoming while the people are crossing the bridge.
Guys, angry mode. Angry infantry blind charge, yeah. Something that would never happen IRL, but hey, it's for the memes.
Graham, this is Krakatoa.
Go ahead, Krakatoa.
Use the RPG. Ooh!
Currently, we will hold this over Washington.
That killed somebody.
Until you cross the bridge, and then you will lose recon when we move over after you.
Copy that. Make sure you to refill your toes, Anna.
Hey, Brian, northern assault boat is trying to leave.
Ho! That boat's toast.
Northern assault boat's been destroyed.
So 55s are coming in.
Southern assault boat is still gunners active.
I'm going to...
Yeah, it is still active. BMPs are crossing the bridge. They're going to pull security while the
Let's go right here. Let's go into helicopters.
Copy that. Yeah, T-72's pull across.
Be advised, there's still sporadic infantry contacts east on the south side of the bridge with the ammo dump marker.
So seek and destroy right there. They're running over that poor dude.
T-72, you have someone running up to you, south side of the bridge.
Dueler's Vic is toast. Ground, this is high. You've reached the second bridge. I think you lost a Vic last second there, so let me know when you want him TP'd in, over.
How much do I have?
Looks like just one from what I can see.
One guy or one tank? One BMP?
One BMP too.
Yeah, High Command, I need a replacement BMP according to one of my guys.
A firm, BMP 2 or BMP 2 with Cormit?
Looks like BMP 2.
A firm, I'll bring that up to High Command's position. High, are you good for that?
Not. Yeah, I guess we can do it. I wanted to wait until the tanks were across.
We have an MIA coming in north.
A firm, putting it behind the house on the right.
Incoming tanks from north. Air contacts detected.
Yep, so angry MI8s with UPK. Ooh! There's Schwack that one pretty good. And now I got tanks coming in.
Another helo west. Be aware, It's far, far west.
Hey, Dueler, get out of the Vic.
Copy that. Getting out.
It's just you. Okay, I'm just gonna teleport you up. I think your other guys survived.
BMP superior, not getting 25.
Command vehicle got friendly fire. We need a BMP-2K at the bridge.
Command vehicle got friendly fire. That's a big ouch. And now you got those T-55s coming in. Whew, and I'm going to add a little bit of insult to injury.
BMPs are taking some very heavy casualties.
Send in
Pull back BMPs, you're probably just
We tried. We got hit by friendly.
Base 5, do not
Lobby cooked alive.
active fire vehicles.
And Jaffa Legion, thanks for the 2-month resub. I hope you keep, technically the resub. Hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a kick out of this. This is highest on traffic.
Can we still get the reinserts from those?
A-firm, just let me know. This will be the last wave, though.
A-firm.
Lion, Lutchevik Hill line. Could we have the Lutchevik at the end of the bridge, please? Kind of block both tracks and shit.
Hi, Command. I got a BMP that's stuck. Thank you.
I just fixed it, yeah.
And now I do need a 2K.
2K has been provided at the bridge.
We're clear for reinserts, by the way.
Hey, firm. I'll start teleporting them when I see them. Alright, we have Bloopy.
Blobby.
Blobby, I'm sorry. I'm not good with names.
It's over my head.
You expect me to read.
Are you on that?
Hi, Command. Where's this BMP?
I put it back at the entrance of the bridge.
At the entrance?
Or stand by. No, it didn't get dragged. My bad.
On that.
I believe the first tank platoon leader is down at the moment.
Hi, Command. On my position, I got a guy duelers who's not unconscious, but is prone. Can't get up. He needs life alert.
He's gonna have to respawn because I don't have toggle unconscious. That's broken, remember?
No, I don't remember.
I'll teleport him when he respawns.
Okay, I'm telling him to respawn.
I already respawned him.
Ground to tanks. I want you to split up. 2
Alright,
at the
dueler.
northwest side of the bridge, and 2 on the northeast side of the bridge. Southwest and east, northeast.
Good luck.
Let's see, and then let's get CK in.
Hello, that is, yes.
I'm surprised we're having this many crashes, but I'm not doing anything crazy.
We're stepping
You know what I mean, guys? Like, I think it's just the mod set.
Again, you're my best functioning asset so far.
Ground, this is high. This is now 1 life. Be advised, anyone that crashes out, I'll still TP back, but yeah.
Great. We got 2 enemy T-72 to the west.
Who's still here?
2 enemy T-72.
John, let me TP you in.
Away from the bridge.
I'm just gonna do you in the group because everyone's kind of clustered right now. Oh, the 113 Vic got hit.
Engage tanks to southwest on the hill. Ground and Logi, are you alive?
They're all over the repairs at this moment.
This is the view we saw. Logi got hit by 2.
BMP command on this net.
BMP command is on this net.
BMP command, this is yellow BMP where the damaged engine and gun is red and our driver has disconnected.
Copy, push for 338 if you're close by. 3.8.
So I hope it's circling around. I'm gonna delete those 2 guys.
Both T-72s are currently been dealt with. How copy?
Nah, it's not people, like, I don't know what's causing the crash issue, though, you know? But it seems to happen when vehicles explode, but, you know, we don't have blast core on right now, so it's not that. Usually this is a lot worse than what I remember. At least in terms of last week, so, I don't know. It's not like we're using anything different either,
Wait a couple
so...
seconds. I'm currently reconsolidating my crew guys. One of them disconnected, and we have a total of 3 BMPs currently operational at this time.
But I'm just gonna have units garrisoned play defensive at this point.
Ground to high, you copy?
This is high, it's on traffic.
Any reason you can explain why there's so much?
I don't know. I haven't been throwing anything that I haven't been in the, you know, past 3 missions, so I think this is weird,
Command,
but yeah.
Just a heads up, one of the things that happened to a couple different individuals is we literally just crashed out with no apparent reason.
Yeah, I
cook off.
don't know what to tell you. I guess cook off, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what it is either. I'm just saying that that might be the reason.
Are all my assets ready to go?
Including last time?
For now, I have another guy that's going to be TP'd in soon, because I think he disconnected.
Yep, I might change this to something else then, but we'll see.
Ready for Snape.
So, Allie, it should go. Let me get you both in.
BMPs are just going to continue on with the mission.
Yeah, when you get your guy back, just start moving down the center and we'll have the tanks flank you.
Solid copy. We'll have to get another BMP when he does get in.
I don't think we can get BMPs anymore.
Be advised, I think the T-55 is chasing Krakatoa.
Copy that, Krakatoa. We'll start pushing, try to link up with us then.
These tanks are definitely tracking her.
Northwest of the town.
BMP start moving on the road, no, not on the road, like near the road towards the center. Tanks, I want you to flank them, AAs, and logistic with ground.
Line to ground, assuming command of Lion. This is John D. Ice Track is not reconnecting. Standing by.
Copy that.
Yeah, like, one losing connection right there.
Have you started moving?
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, now we're having more issues with the other BMP.
You know, it's weird.
Technical armor issues or just...
If you could think of it, that's what's happening.
Okay.
So explosions, we have, that doesn't matter actually. So fragmentation, I have all that turned off, so that's not it. I'm just trying, like, I guess it's just the assets.
When issues resolve, just start moving and the tanks will stay on your flanks.
You have 2 fully operational BMPs. Their BMP is down to 1 guy.
Ground,
It's weird.
Roger, we have plus 1 extra body if needed for our crew.
Bring him to the extra BMP if you can. Where is the extra BMP?
Where one?
I think it's behind us, near AA.
Not sure if these guys are still aggroed on the truck, because it looks like they are following its last vector.
Sometimes T-55 dismounted, 1 still active, unknown position.
Copy that. We're about to move out, Krakatoa, so help on the way.
Logivic I sent earlier. Let's
BB
see.
start moving. Tanks flank them on both sides.
Copy, and we're waiting for either BMP to regroup with us so we can move the formation.
Line copies. Alright, Line, we're going to be flanking the BMPs on either side.
Check that.
Yeah, this is 1 line, guys, so make sure you keep everybody covered.
Alright, so I'm gonna not send any more Iranian units. We're just gonna work on rebels and stuff.
BMPs are going to be stepping up.
Copy that. Let's
So I'm
go.
gonna throw some meat shields at them.
Let's try and make this final push work.
Second time T-55 has been dismounted.
Thank you, Krakatoa. You're my most useful asset.
Be advised, there is 255 west of Krakatoa.
Yeah, so it looks like they took out the T-34s. Hey, it's the same people too, so I don't know. I think they're putting toes in the tanks.
Shifting formation to the west.
Copy. Incoming heli 2 times west 5 for quick south.
255 west of convoy route mark has been updated. Probably moving northeast.
Be advised, incoming heli close up.
The 60s are just fun to shoot at. And we're gonna start hearing rocket strikes in a second. They're landing back there. One of them got a nasty hit. Not sure if the AA is capable right now. Ground Command's Vic got blown up. That's unlucky.
Be advised, 2 times Cobras coming in west.
All stations, command vehicle is down. Command vehicle is down. If you want to get to 113, we can take it. Both Cobras left foot. Kilo now.
Ground Command just bit a bullet there. Very unlucky rocket hit, to say the least. You can see the antennas also blew out. But yeah, most of those rockets clearly missed. So that's just extremely unlucky on their end.
Formation continuing movement.
It happens, but very rare.
Abram, that's what he said.
Yeah, I know. I'm regrouping BMPs and keeping them online.
Abram, don't forget to turn out this intersection up here.
Looks like they're getting in the Logivic now.
Logi advisory, we are not near the exploding hotel.
Oh yeah, I thought it was gonna possibly crash land and kamikaze them too. I was a bit worried about that. Otherwise, I got my other T-34s coming in right there.
BMPs are going to be attempting to push past you.
A-firm, got you.
You got these 2 T-34s crossing.
This is line, we're still sticking to the sides of the road of the BMPs.
Some sort of heavy round just came in. Not sure. I don't think they're firing at my T-100.
Enemy tank.
Go ahead. Yeah, we're good. We're out of missiles. We're rearming right now.
I'm gonna take some of the angry infantry.
That's the plan.
Alright, let's get the boss vehicle out.
Be advised, I just had a BMP lose operation of its turret. I'm having it fall back to the rear of the formation. The rest of the BMPs are continuing to push. Enemy T-100 team on the compound. Disregard all BMPs, just no longer operational. Actually, scratch that. 1 BMP still operational. 1 BMP took a T-100 hit. Second BMP disabled turret, and no fuel left.
Be advised, the T-100 went directly west into the town of Itamid.
Yeah, so I'm definitely going to turn that into a Medivic if we decide to continue with these types of ops. I'll
confirm. We put a shell into it, but I believe it might be still moving at the moment. We have no eyes on it for my tank currently.
This is Lion. One of our tanks saw it escaping to the west-northwest.
T100 mark updated, recon engaged with 1 ton tow. I think I knocked the turret.
Alright, so I'm gonna have to drive this guy manually. So you gotta be really careful when you have vanilla stuff fight RHS stuff, because they can easily the vanilla stuff, especially with the tank DLC update, is a lot beefier than whatever RHS has, unless you're fighting T14s with T140s, because the RHS T14s are the most overpowered things in the mod set right now. There is a support Vic for ammo repair. I just didn't think to make it medical, so that one's on me.
Okay, so the T100, it left. It's not there anymore.
So it ran away.
This is Lion confirming we're just moving into the farm. Understood.
Now you're hearing RPGs getting launched from the town. Or another one get launched. I gotta be careful. Give that town a wide berth. It's another RPG launch.
Be advised, this town is crawling with infantry. This town, the farm also has infantry, but we're not. We're sitting north of it, looking for the T100 that has vanished.
Yes, T100 are falling back because, yeah, they knocked the gun. That needs Max back there. Alright, let's get this guy with AT. Let's see if I can bait them to... Oh! I was hoping they'd auto-cannon it, but that works too. Yeah, no, he's used his AT. One of them just hit one of their own buildings point blank. Gotta love the AI and their capabilities, quote unquote. I wouldn't recommend a tank goes in there. I'd probably do an autocannon, Vic.
Be advised, Command BMP is back operational again.
Yep, so they're staying on both sides, pieing in.
I mean, we might want to clear the town as well.
Now, normally you would never do something like this, having vehicles, like, go into this position. You'd have infantry do it. Oh, this T-55's showing up out of nowhere! Oh my god!
Possible contact south-southwest.
Who was watching the flank? Stand by, Fred.
How's it going inside the compound? what was that explosion?
Be advised, embassy building just got blown up.
Hey, Fur. Also, be advised, I believe our repair vehicle just got whacked by something, don't know what.
So they dismounted, they're now gonna go in as infantry. Should go bleeding out on the side.
Roger, they pulling into the compound.
Ceasefire, those are friendlies. You're shooting at BMP.
He getting the RPG out! And he decides not to fire. Floating body. And let's see.
Copy, we have friendlies on the northeast side. I believe majority of the fob has been cleared. We are pushing to make sure that the rest of the fob is cleared. But the north side is cleared.
Flying copy.
I'm quicker than your turret! Ah!
Hey, firm, be advised, Mark is
I accidentally ran into him.
Be advised, Man BMP just somehow ran out of fuel?
This is Laji 113. There's a casualty bias that needs healing by our doctor.
Yeah, I saw it. I brought it up.
High Command, did you just toggle our fuel?
Negative.
Okay. Command BMP is going to need a tow over to these fuel things.
Or you can refuel from the deck that's right beside you.
Well, you are not right beside me. They were right beside the other BMP.
Alright, one man. One mission. Oh yeah, that command doesn't heal him. Ah, crap. Alright, well he's dead. Dang. He's gonna just walk around the Shilka and poke at it with his stick.
T-72 to high.
This is ice on traffic.
Ground command was wondering, was our only objective to clear out the fob or the town over to the west?
A-firm, objective was to clear out FOB and hold it for U.S. forces to arrive, at which point we will index. So let me know when it's clear and we'll index.
A-firm, did you hear that, ground command?
Max, no one does that. In every Arma community I've ever been a part of, no one checks the bodies to make sure they're dead. Like, if they're unconscious like this, you double tap. You don't take prisoners. Unless the op specifically tells you to take prisoners. So now I'm just waiting for them to tell me it's
We're going to rearm first.
Solid. Solid copy for what?
Overall, it was a nice little tank op. I will have to post in... I'm actually going to do that right now, so... Let's see... Going to TSB main... Of players when I do armor ops...
T-72 to Gerkerman.
Armor is from forces, a few RHSUSAF mix, Iranian armed forces, and Islamic State.
I got reports of a guy down over by the BMP that is on the right side of the entrance. And BMPs are holding the entrance right now.
They didn't tell me it's clear, so technically I can't.
T-72 to ground. So is that compound clear? Is the fob clear or not?
Fob is clear.
Alright, fob is clear.
This is ground to high.
Size on traffic ground.
Fob is clear and locked down.
A-firm, stand by for index, over. I won't put a message. Alright.
Good job not firing.
You say that.
So, overall, guys,
it was smoke.
break.
Same thing.
Don't fire at index, guys. Come on. We all know better. Overall, for someone to apologize, I don't know what was causing those crashes. I know there were a few people in the last armor op that were crashing. I put a note in TSB main stating all the vehicles I was using from different factions, and I'll try to figure something out. I know we don't have Blast Core on right now. I don't have any fragmentation effects in Ace. So I think it's just purely those vehicles blowing up, and I'll try to do some testing around. But worst comes to worst, I'll replace this slot with something else for the next few weeks, because eventually I'm going to turn this into a, because it's a bi-weekly slot, it'll be a Star Wars thing. So, yeah. Makarov, do you have any ideas? I know you're the,
I
you and
crashed
Bad
because
Wolf.
open C-tab, the usual.
Okay,
That's what I crashed. I don't know what the rest of people crashed.
That was my first crash.
What? Yeah, zooming in is the second biggest cause of crashing because it uses a lot of memory at once.
Firing
Therefore,
GMG.
you memory leak and crash. What
One
did the guy above me
suggestion.
said? Or but
That's not
Alex, I mean.
What?
You said the reason you crashed. What was that?
Oh yeah, the zoom in. Sometimes it would do it.
never
Not
mind, I
always.
heard-
And
I heard
same with
something
shooting
else, then never
GMG
mind.
sometimes.
Ichigo, I know you crashed. What did you crash by?
I actually have no clue. I was just pulling someone inside the vehicle, got in, drove like 5 meters, and just randomly crashed.
Alright, that's random crash. No explanation there.
Crash, alright.
But I had the same error message as some other people with
Everybody gets
something
the
with
same error
access.
message.
Yeah, it's all the same error message for the access
I crashed
violation.
after flipping my BMP.
I have a stupid suggestion.
Yes, Nana?
Is this a possibility conflict between cook-off and medical?
I don't know, because, like I said, I got most of the cook-off stuff turned off in terms of ammo cook-off and stuff, but I'll review that again and make sure it is off for the sake of, trying to prevent stuff. But from what we're hearing, it's just either random crashes or people zooming in, or Makarov just has issues with CTAP.
We have many people have issues with C-tab, but either way, it doesn't matter. It was my fault for opening it in the first place.
I think my crash is strictly on client side because I've been having issues with Streamlabs as well. So.
All right. So yeah, just a weird mix. So I'll do one more op in 2 weeks with this, and if we're still having similar issues, then we'll see what happens. But otherwise, this is also something new, guys. For those of you that weren't in the swap test stop, there's a new channel called Op Feedback. After I finish with debrief, at least when I finish my piece, I'm going to write up something in there. Just asking how you guys enjoyed the op. If you have any constructive criticism, good or bad, to give, please give it. And this is how we'll keep track of Zeus's that are doing ops that players either don't like, or Zeus's that are doing things that are good, so those Zeus's can improve. So, with that said, I think you guys did really well. I did mean for that op to be a bit of a, an ambushy, meat grindy hell, but it was because it was a short op and you had a lot of Vics to cover each other. I even put a few statics in some cheeky spots that took you guys a few moments to figure out. But once you did, you were able to take them out. And overall, I did see some platoon formations today. That was really good. There were some good callouts of vehicles coming in. There was even a bit of unluckiness. The command Vic got blown up by a strafing of one of the Cobras. Those rocket runs are super inaccurate, so the fact you actually got hit by one it's a very small chance, but just happened today. Luck of the draw. So otherwise, yeah, sucks. It sucks to suck, but it can happen. But otherwise, yeah, recon did good. The T-100 at the end, I had it pull out, but the turret did not want to turn to engage you guys, so I pulled it in the town. I was about to pull it back out, and then the tow Humvee hit it, so its gun was disabled, so I just drove it out of the AO, because can't do anything, so why keep it there? But yeah, I'll turn it over to ground command.
Comms were a little bit hard at times. I would say the first engagement, it was my fault because my gunner crashed out and I jumped in his gunner seat, not knowing that he didn't put his long range on 50, so he probably had a period of silence from me then.
No long range.
Yeah. Well, you had a long range in the gunner.
No.
I was talking. I'm not gonna argue. That's why probably the first objective went a little bit weirdly. We lost some tanks there, which was really not the purpose. We also didn't form up in the desired convoy order that I wanted. But I guess that was just a common issue. After we crossed the bridge, things improved. We still were a little bit hard to get going, but once we got going, I saw some good positioning on the friendly on tanks and on the BMPs. Thanks, Outcasts, for wrangling the BMPs. After we crossed the second bridge, we again came to a little bit of a standstill because of reinserts, also because of repairs. In the future, I would like to see people that need to go back for repairs. Maybe, I mean, call it out is good, but also make sure that someone else is watching your vector. Because I think Krakatoa really compensated for a lot of that negligence in 360. And the last objective, just perfectly good. You guys kept moving, even though ground command was still up. Ground command was, ground Vic was still down. Yeah, no complaints on the last objective. We didn't go into town, but that was to be expected because we literally got said like, yeah, there's guys with lots of RPGs in there.
Yep, so few additional notes. I know for objectives like these, you normally don't go in with vehicles to clear an area out of infantry. That was just meant to be for the FARP because I think I only had like a few AT weapons. The town though, which I said you should stay out of that one, like for every 4 dudes, there was 1 dude with an RPG. So that one you were meant to stay away from. And I forgot to mention this, but next time we do this, I'm also going to make the 1113 a medical vehicle and give the 113 crew the ability to pack and give them a bunch more medical supplies. I tried to pseudo do that mid-op because I completely forgot to do it for this mission, so that's on me. But that'll, make things quicker for the people that get sniped out of Vix. Sorry, continue.
No, I was mostly done. Just instead of gradually going worse, we're actually gradually
gradually getting better for that
going, so nothing left for me to say. BMP commander.
Right back.
My BMP guys did relatively well. For those of you who don't know, pushing C deploys countermeasures. So don't push C. The BMPs started out in convoy formation in a column. The convoy formation, I guess, didn't get relayed to me, or I wasn't listening because I was focused on trying to get everybody sorted and wrangled and stuff like that. I mean, I just joined. What I don't fully understand about the convoy formation was separating the BMPs as they were and whatever. And BMPs, you keep them together and whatever, and they can quickly break into a line or whatever, and then T-72s are behind them to provide support, so the BMPs can lay down suppression while the T-72s provide support. Second thing was there was a couple instances where I was just like, why are we driving in a column? I mean, we could just stop and break into actual armored formations and utilize the assets we have and all the guns we have. So that's when I made that suggestion. I was just like, okay, well, this is getting a little ridiculous here. When the BMPs crossed the bridge and whatever, each time I'd have the BMPs hold 360 until we got all the tanks across. At that point in time, yeah. The charge on the T-55s after the second bridge, that was I told the BMPs to charge because at that point in time we still hadn't gotten everybody across. And there was enough T-72s to provide 360. And we wanted to kind of keep up that aggression as opposed to letting everybody just sit there and get picked off. I think there might have been some friendly fire, and that's why we lost as many BMPs as we did. Because I think we had managed to kill all the T-55s and then also started losing BMPs after we killed the T-55s. So who knows? But yeah, other than that, I was very pleased with how it went after we broke into actual formations. So.
Yeah, that's a very good call outs too.
Tank command?
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't there for like 3/4 of the op. But I mean, so far, like, communications were shit as usual, but I think everyone, like, kind of pulled 360 and so on their own. So that's nice.
I'll speak for the end of the op as far as tank command goes. Toward the end of the op, communications I think improved because I was listening in on both 50 and 70 before Ice Dragon disconnected, and then after I hopped on, I think communications started to improve. So I'm not crediting myself for that, but yeah, everything went well toward the end.
Kudos to T-72 crews and stuff like that. I didn't have to actually communicate with you when we were doing that final formation where all of us were lined up together and whatever. Everybody basically adjusted the line as needed as we pushed. So yeah. Nice job.
Yeah, I ordered 2 tanks on the left, 2 tanks on the right.
Krakatoa?
All right, I'm going to wrap it up here a little early because I have to start prepping some IRL things. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. Otherwise, cheers, and I'll see you maybe tomorrow. Otherwise, Friday.